Hear me out. It's all I gotta say. Nod your head with approval, but you're not listening. Chest so cold like concrete on a rainy day. Your rib cage in empty space where your heart used to be. You're not listening. It's so dark and I can't see your eyes. Can't see your eyes. Will you give
We are live, episode 172, Tornado Tag Podcast. We are going to be covering Clash at the Castle and All Out.
Wouldn't it be cool if it was actually at a castle, though?
Clash in the castle.
Clash in
Yeah.
the castle of the champion.
Yeah.
If you know a castle that could stadium that many people,
Well, just make it like a small.
Yeah, make it outside or
2,000
something
people.
like Lep Castle.
they did
enough.
My headphones sound a little low.
Heidi is sensitive hearing, so she had to turn down
Oh,
real low.
okay.
If you need it up, that's you.
Okay.
Yeah. So someone did leak set photos. Where it's like a
Oh.
giant LED castle.
Oh, that's
Like a
cool. I've
giant
seen some,
screen.
but it was like
Oh, that's
the
cool.
stuff was down and wasn't up yet. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, no.
Someone leaked like a giant screen that's shaped like
Hey.
a castle.
One thing to say about WWE is their stage is always great.
Pay-per-views, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not the wrestling. No, well, up until now, but I mean, the stages and backdrops always look really good.
Thank you everyone for hanging out with us. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe if it's your first time. If you're here, share it to a friend. Try to get some people in here. Huge thank you to the Tantalizing Tony Nation and Tony himself for sending some people over. That's essentially has been all of our support for the past couple months. Everything else has been pretty low. So thank you guys for being active and chatting with us and hanging out. And we're happy to have you. All links will be below if you want to follow us on all social media. We are on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere. We're fucking everywhere.
On all the socials. just
Everything
all the
is there.
socials.
Just give us a follow.
Not on Be Real yet.
What's
That's a
that?
new one that I'm seeing that you're supposed to like post unedited, unfiltered pictures of yourself.
Does it have to do with the camera for sale?
Yeah, be real.
I don't
Not
think so.
interested.
And we don't have a true social, unfortunately.
Yeah.
My
That's-
podcasts are on that damn thing.
That's.
Well, then
that's
again, it
so
might not be
Brian
around
West,
much longer. Apparently, like their offices are just empty. They haven't paid
why?
their web hosting bill in months.
Oh, shocker.
Puffy Pufferfish is the first person.
Yeah, he was the first one
We're
here.
gonna book Puffy Pufferfish.
He's the man. And then we do have, if you want to support, we have a Patreon. It's as low as you can go to $1 or as high as you want to go. And that helps pay some bills and keeps the podcast afloat. We do have merchandise. You can get cool banners like you see in the back there.
Mhm.
You can buy Brian too. I pointed at you. If
Yeah.
he does have a price tag.
I am available for children's parties.
Everybody has a price.
Yeah, he will come and he will sit your children down and tell them the history of professional wrestling.
Yeah, from the very beginning.
I'll start with Abraham Lincoln. I'll start with the ancient Greeks.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna cover. Actually, we're gonna switch it up today.
It starts actually with me reading the. Remember the old thing they did in the beginning of the Coliseum video intros? They did it for fun. Like that's how I start.
We're gonna switch up today a little bit. We're gonna start with current news because everything from the current news is essentially going to lead into what we're talking about with the pay-per-views anyway.
Mhm.
So no topic today. Next show we will be covering. Where is it? Where's our graphic? Get it up. Mind Games. In Your House Mind Games. So if you want to watch that, so you're prepared for next Thursday.
95, right?
96.
96.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So In Your House Mind Games. If you want to hang out with us next week, and watch along. All right, let's get into our first bit of news here.
So big news today. It really came through that apparently Braun Strowman expected back imminently to WWE.
Raw. Then the next Raw. So this
Yeah,
Monday.
he'll be expected. They're saying this Monday on Raw.
It was surprised he ever left. I think, why would they fire him? Like, Vince would love him.
The
Yeah.
way
I guess
that
he just got tired of him.
the way that he was portrayed in like all of the main events while he was on Raw, not necessarily like during the pandemic, even though that's when he won the Universal title, the way he was presented as a legitimate monster compared to everyone else, like the Fatal 4-Ways with Braun, Brock, Roman, he looked great in those.
Yeah,
And they made him.
I only remember, but I'm an off and on Raw watcher, so I will say that. But the only thing I remember with him, it was the Team Little Big with him and Alexa Bliss, because that was kind of comical
mixed
and it was
match
cute.
challenge.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
that was kind of cute. But,
The ambulance stuff with Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
That like 2019 run before the pandemic, he was
His
doing everything.
His end of the run, he was like a giant baby face too. Like he
Yeah.
was a
Well, then you had that
monster babyface.
swamp fight, which was awful.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he died.
Yeah.
died.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. He
oh,
did.
so he's gonna
He
come
died.
back from the dead now.
So he's got to be a swamp monster.
Yeah.
yeah.
Among men.
They should show,
he's
like,
gonna
the-
be Swamp Thing.
The
That's what
Titan
he's gonna
shot should
do.
show the swamp, and he comes out of the swamp.
Just
He's
like-
back.
Taking deep breaths
Yeah. He's been in the
got
swamp
gold
for
now.
for 2
like,
years.
2 years.
2 years.
He's been drowning for 2 years.
He's been soaking up all the mineral rich swamp water. Now he's like Mega Braun Strowman.
Do you think he's the lead-in to Bray?
Could be.
Well, maybe.
Like
Maybe.
him and Bray are like
And they might get, what's his name too? Eric Red Roman or Eric Rowan.
he's probably like, please God.
Yeah. I need some money. And they can't get Brody. So
Yeah. It'd be interesting. I think that would probably be his
maybe
best
that
bet.
was a Bray thing. Hey, I'll come back when I want him to be with.
I need my boy, at least
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we don't get two, but
There's other spooky people. I guess you can just
yeah, throw some other
You can
people.
give Bo.
throw his brother in there. We've
Yeah.
always clamored for his brother to be part of it.
You could take Rhea out of
I don't
that
think
stable.
anybody has clamored for Bo Dallas in a long time.
No,
No.
everybody wanted him to be part of Bray's stable.
Define
well,
everybody.
Maybe part
The
of
internet
stable.
wrestling community
I
all
don't
wanted
know
because
about
when he was
that. I
growing
don't
his
know
hair
about
long and his beard, everyone was like, he's gonna join his brother.
Well, they thought he was, but I don't think anybody was clamoring for it. I think the only person who's been clamoring for Bo Dallas in the last 5 years is Liv Morgan.
Or Bo Dallas himself. Hey, he was NXT World Champion.
yeah,
was.
he's a decent wrestler.
Tag team
Yeah.
champ?
He just
No, he
got
was
lost
the
in the
champ.
mix.
I
He
think-
wasn't.
No, I mean on the main roster.
What are they?
Yeah, the B
B
team.
team.
Yeah.
B team.
Yeah,
were
he just
champion.
wasn't in the mix. He just couldn't come off like his brother. His
I-
brother was magnetic. His brother was charismatic. He had a character. Bo never kind
I
of.
think a
fit.
better wrestler than his brother.
Probably.
Much better.
Huh?
I did like
He
the
just
Bo
couldn't
Leave
get
thing.
it down.
Yeah, see, I like
character-wise.
I thought the Bo Leave character was
The-
the adjacent, like
Yeah.
the complete opposite of Bray's character.
The
Yeah.
toxic positivity heel thing was amazing. with
Yeah.
him. He would win by count out and act like he just won the main event of WrestleMania. That
Mhm.
was fun.
Running
I
laps.
thought B team was funny
Ugh.
with the white T-shirts, just said B on it.
Or the Social Outcast when he out-rapped Flo Rida.
I don't even remember.
I
remember
don't
that.
remember that one
The
either.
social outcast.
I remember
Who was his
B-Team
partner?
and-
There was
Heath?
It was,
four.
yeah, it was him, Heath Slater, was an Axel in there,
And Jinder, I think.
or was it Adam Rose? I forget now.
I have no idea.
Well, there were so many of those like 4-man stables. Like there was
Yeah.
the League of Nations as well. Del Rio.
Good wrestlers,
Sheamus,
just not
Rusev.
good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So Braun Strowman set to return on Monday. Do you think he keeps his stupid hair or he cuts it?
He's bald
He's
now.
bald.
No, he's been growing the sides out.
Oh,
for
has
control
he?
your hair.
Oh God.
I
They might
saw-
have him cut that.
He's
well,
been doing like the Fox thing.
See, I don't know if he's coming out of the swamp. Like I'm really sold on
yeah.
that. He
I-
should have weird hair.
Yeah.
Coming out of it.
Yeah, and then he can cut it. Then Alexa can cut it for him.
Oh, there you go.
Alexa's
let's
probably,
book this story.
Alexa's probably like, hey, I know you still have the doll. And we're kind of just teasing that you're still not fully out of it, but bringing Braun and Bray back. And she's like, fuck!
I got a SmackDown.
I was so close to getting out of this spooky
Yeah,
shit.
I saw her with the doll this time or this Monday, and I was like, "Oh man, I thought they got rid of
She's
that
like,
on
you
her."
have Nikki Ash right there. Use her.
And she's just coming down the aisle like, "Yeah, here's the stupid doll."
Mhm.
It's like,
Yeah, they don't
Just get
even
rid of
mention it.
no,
It's just like she's carrying it.
I would just chuck it in the crowd.
I
Be
would
like,
too.
I
Yeah.
would just, I got
It's
fired
done.
up.
Yeah.
They should be like, what do you have that for? She's like, oh, so people will buy it.
Yeah,
Get some royalties.
Yeah.
it was Adam Rose. I looked it up.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
Never doubt me, ever.
And then some other news source, but it's not super credible, is saying that there are a bunch of people released from their contracts of AEW.
Well, asking.
No,
Yeah.
and
Well,
that's-
asking
yeah.
and what got
Ask.
granted, but
There was
trust
a
the
rumor
source.
killer. There was
Yeah.
talk about Malachi Black, but then he got after that report kind of leaked. He got booked on a pay-per-view match.
Apparently, it was a fake Brian Alvarez Twitter that posted that.
Yeah.
You know, you made it in wrestling
Oh.
dirt sheets when you have a fake one.
I wouldn't believe
Reporting
it from
it.
the real Brian
Yeah.
Alvarez.
Yeah. Be careful where you're reading your sources.
Yeah, and if it says something too fantastical, it's probably not.
And if it's
Brian
like,
Alvarez hasn't watched wrestling since 2017.
Yeah.
But the one they know is leaving is Bobby Fish, right?
his contract is
he's
up. Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
contract up. He's not getting renewed.
which is crazy.
Well, I don't think he wants to.
with this,
No.
He
with
has
this
been,
trio thing.
He has been very complimentary of Triple H. He said he would go to war for him. He just released a podcast, and he even weighed in on the Punk Hangman thing. He did it very politically. He used a lot of hypotheticals, but he basically said, if that happened, I would have come to the ring. Like if somebody pulled that card on me, I would have come to the ring.
Yeah, because
And then he would have
challenge.
He would have kicked your fucking body off. Dude, that guy hit Deshaun with a half cock kick and broke his forearm. Bobby Fish is
I'm
no
lost.
joke.
Oh, but okay. I was
Yeah.
like, well, who are we talking about?
Bobby Fish is someone I would not want to take a strike from.
Yeah, and then people are like, he's old. I'm like, okay, Chris Jericho's 52.
He would kill. He would still
Sting
kill probably
62.
half your roster in a legit shoot fight.
Like that he's too old. Bullshit. Like he can still wrestle.
Yeah.
He's still a very good wrestler.
Yeah, he's injury prone, but they
Yeah.
just don't have him wrestle that much.
You could have him be a player coach in NXT,
Yeah.
wrestle occasionally.
I'm sure he'll be
train
just
guys.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Red Dragon win the AEW tag titles.
Mm-mm.
Well, that's a
That's
huge
another thing.
miss opportunity, man. That Red Dragon, now the Elite Trio thing,
Yeah.
the Undisputed Elite or whatever they want to call
And
it.
probably not getting Roddy now.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, Roddy's definitely not leaving.
So it's just Adam Cole and Kyle have them turn on each other.
I think all those people who were like, hey, and then Adam Cole's like, well, shit, I just did this whole turn.
Yeah.
And I just lost like
My boy.
my third
Yeah.
member of my team.
They
Like,
just put some random indie guy with him.
Adam's
What if there's some like legal secretary that wasn't part of this scandal in WWE that just stumbles upon the stack of Roddy Strong release requests? Like, oh, we might as well grant it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no,
No, I
I
don't wanna
take it all
go.
back.
all the people like wanted the release are like,
Yeah.
can I get that back?
About
I never asked for release.
Yeah. That was whoever got fired. Like that was that guy
Yeah.
saying that he was. He's a liar.
Ugh.
Ask him. He's not even here. All right. Our next news.
Santana Garrett back in WWE as a trainer at the Performance
I
Center.
seen she posted a picture first of her with the dirty shirt saying this was taken today or something like that. Like it's real life. And it's like, oh wow, I guess she's getting signed. Then it was announced officially she was a coach at NXT or
Yeah.
the Performance Center rather.
How long ago was she let go? About 6 months?
A little before
I'd
that,
be
she was at
longer.
PPW in what, January during that
Yeah.
convention.
And
Then she wrestled
Yeah.
Deanna.
She did a couple AEW darks.
Yeah.
And then I guess
Less
they
than a
weren't
year,
interested.
but more than 6 months.
Yeah. They didn't really do much with her next.
What's his name? Came back too to NXT, didn't he? The Bull Buchanan or whatever he said,
Oh, Bull Dempsey?
or whatever his name
Really?
is. Hold on.
I
Bull
don't know, possibly.
Buchanan was at NXT, but that's because his son wrestles there.
Yeah, he don't wrestle anymore.
Yeah,
he
Bull
was
Buchanan was like
the
way
Truth
back when.
Commission.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he was with the Big Boss Man, and then he was B2. Remember?
I thought he
yeah.
might have been helping
Yeah.
backstage.
He was
Yeah, maybe.
he was John Cena's like hype man. Like
Yeah,
Cena would do his rap, and then he would go booyah, and that was his whole thing.
with his hat.
yeah. Insiders. Bull Buchanan was in the WWE Performance Center.
Yeah, his son is either Briggs or Jensen. I forget which.
No, okay.
Oh.
That's probably why he's there. Speaking of tag teams, a bit of an upset. Raquel, what is it now? Rodriguez is her name now.
Mhm.
And Aaliyah win the women's tag titles.
Pinning the illegal
Yes,
tag
right.
member.
Hitting the wrong person.
So I would hope that goes somewhere.
What a stupid booking.
I don't know why.
How
I
do you
guess-
book your tournament to do that?
Hey, Aaliyah, you've been in NXT for 8 years.
Hey, Aaliyah,
Here's the title.
remember we were going to put you in the Money in the Bank, but thought you weren't good enough, and then removed you from the match to put Shotzi Blackheart
Oh,
in,
is that true?
and then
'Cause
3 months later
kinda
give you the
agree.
tag team titles.
I think the
What?
I think it's going to be a vehicle for Raquel, if anything.
Yeah,
yeah, they
that's
say apparently
They say
they,
she's due for a big.
yeah, they're really behind her. I like her.
We're going
I-
to put the title on Raquel so her boyfriend gets happy and comes back to her.
I don't think they needed to do that. I think
Yeah,
Triple H has been a fan of hers. He put the rocket on her in NXT.
One phone call to him, he's coming back.
They're literally like scrambling now because Liv can't talk on a microphone. and
They
you're
call
gonna-
her like, "Hey, Braun, yes, I will."
and now they're
yeah.
going to be like, oh, but you work so hard. Like, listen, I get hard work, but there's times where you're just not ready to be a champion.
That's true.
Even
And
the,
also
even
the
the
maj-
women's tag team champions are not prestige yet. But if
Yeah.
you want to build prestige to them, You don't put it on someone who you took off a pay-per-view 3 months ago.
No, and you don't book it like that it was an illegal pin unless you're going to use it in a story.
I would assume that
No,
EO
that
I also
I don't
feel
think they
like
booked it to the illegal pin. I just think they lost track of who was in the ring and pinned it. and they
Okay,
carried it.
well,
It's very
now's the time
possible.
to flip it then and make it a part of the
I-
story.
well, no, they wouldn't. I feel like that wouldn't have been the finish then.
EO and Dakota will get the
How long is their title run?
Not long.
Yeah, a month,
Oh.
When's the next major pay-per-view?
maybe 2. They'll keep it for class at the castle because
They're not even
6-man
wrestling.
Yeah, they're not wrestling.
Oh, they're not wrestling.
No.
Yeah,
No, that's a TV event. Like the Intercontinental title used to be in that role.
maybe
all
they'll
the
lose it on
time.
Raw then next week.
Yeah, that
When,
could
when
happen.
are Sasha and Naomi coming back?
Yeah, when do they come back? Well, Sasha has to
We're
go win the
not soon
IWGP
enough.
Women's title first, defend a few times, and then come back.
What?
There's an IWGP Women's title, and there's the mystery person in the tournament, and then Stardom said that it's the biggest star that Stardom's ever had. The biggest non-Japanese
Oh.
star is coming to Stardom.
Got to
to
be
in
Mickey
this tournament.
James.
It's like, who's that gonna be? Sasha wants to go to Japan. Hey, Triple H, just give me a couple months, I'll come.
You think so?
Gotta go over here and do this thing
Could be.
first.
Well, they were added back to the WWE roster.
What were they on the?
They were never
alumni.
off the roster. They got added reportedly to internal rosters.
I could see that.
That are
She
circulated.
just give me 6 months to go do this, and I'll come back.
I think if she comes back, they're like, no. We signed you. We need you back on TV right away.
I mean, it probably
Maybe
need
she's
her.
going on excursion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's going on excursion.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Banks go over and work in Japan.
Could
a
she
little bit.
train? Remember when she got mad before and she left and trained in Japan for like a couple weeks?
Yeah. She's like, I'm the greatest wrestler in the world.
Yeah.
You're like,
Hey, that's the place to prove it.
hey, relax a little bit. I'm good, everybody. Thank you. I will read the chats. If you have any news or anything you want to add to the news, please let us know. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough for me. I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't think their title reign is very long.
No.
You looked at that bracket, you're like, that right side is a joke.
Yeah,
And then you look at the left side,
Io
you're like,
Dakota's
oh,
winning.
whoever wins between the Alexa and
Yeah.
Asuka and Io and Dakota is winning it all. And you're like, oh, that was stupid.
I was like, oh, okay.
And then for your whole roster to come out to the ring,
That
and
was-
act
I didn't
they
like that.
cared, it was so forced.
You beat us, but yeah, you won. Yay.
Yay!
Why would you be happy?
fireworks?
Unless you come out to say we want the title shot. Then it makes sense.
It was dumb. It was
Yeah.
really stupid.
I don't like it. I thought something was gonna happen, like Sasha and Naomi are coming out. And it's
Triple
like,
H's
oh,
first hiccup. For me.
It's just going here. It's going.
I just wanted to put a little bit of doubt on wrestling Jesus right now.
Well,
That
I
was
mean-
bad
No, I
booking.
feel like it.
Not everything will be great.
Well, the way you
No.
just set up how the bracket was laid out made it too predictable. And we've discussed that
I-
sometimes the predictable option is
Sometimes a
still the
curve-
best
some-
option.
Yeah, but sometimes the curveball's needed too, but it just wasn't executed.
But I felt like, hey, let's do this just to do it because everyone thinks it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
yes.
Hmm.
I would have if anyone on that right side of the bracket, it would have been Doudrop and fucking Nikki Ash.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to be challenging for another set of women's tag titles.
Yeah. Well, possible good news for them as well because seems like WWE is just giving names back.
Yeah,
Matt
there's
is
another
now
thing
Matt
returning.
Riddle.
First
So
names, yeah.
Matt
Austin
Riddle
Theory
is
got
back.
his name
Austin
back?
Theory is back.
Austin did not want his first name back.
Yeah.
They said. I seen that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Someone
I've
else-
seen something like that.
Someone else was called their real name on Raw. It wasn't either of those two. Someone
Danny
was
Mo.
true. No, someone was called their real name, and I don't remember who it was. I was like, oh, everyone's
Well,
getting
she
their
was
names.
the
Miz.
only person
It
on
was
that team who
Miz.
got to use
Oh,
their
it was the
wrestling.
Miz. Yeah, he was called Mike. Ciampa
Yeah.
called him Mike.
Jakey Bakey. That a lot of that has been kind of disproven already. But you know, I said,
He will be wrestling at the pay per view.
yeah, he'll be at the pay per view. He's wrestling on the pay per view.
The one guy said a dream match of Raquel versus Jade Cargill. No, thank you. But for you, man, if you want to see that match, you know,
That's right. Everybody has their own opinion.
That's
Good
right.
flex off.
Yeah. Interesting take with this whole Riddle thing because when you put real life scenarios in professional wrestling and then
Yeah.
people start Googling,
sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
I think that was a
Yeah.
little distasteful, honestly, but that's my opinion.
Also, shout out to Jake Chernitza. I was watching that episode of Raw with him so when they originally did the side-by-side promos, he's like, oh, wow, I wonder if they're going to do the Cormier John Jones segment.
like, are you still there, pussy?
Yeah, literally, it's beat for beat,
Yeah.
the same exact
Hey, Riddle,
thing.
still there?
Yeah.
Fucked your wife.
Yeah. Well,
Riddle probably like, oh, cool.
yeah. Thank you.
Bad
Appreciate that.
for you. Not
Can I see the video?
Yeah. One or two things. If Riddle's allowing that to be said, he doesn't give a fuck.
No, I don't think he
Mm-mm.
cares either. Anyway,
Does not care.
and he's not doing anything illegal. You can have sex with whoever you want to, as long as they consent and they're above age. Who cares?
Yeah. Now there are reports out that people are saying that he did stuff, but
He was originally named in
Yeah.
the Me Too movement.
It's
Yeah.
not illegal to cheat on your wife.
Yeah.
No, but some
There
of
was
some
a,
of some of the rumors
I,
are
I know
illegal.
he had some stuff.
There
so-
were allegations.
Yes, there
Yeah.
was some stuff that it was totally not good at all. Whether you're his girlfriend or not, it's still not good.
Yeah. So
Stuff
I mean,
against your will is not good. Or if
we
you're
will-
No.
sleeping, no, not good.
we'll allow the company to do their job because, I mean, it's not our decision if someone's on TV or not. I mean, Austin Theory, his allegations already talked to an underage kid. So
Really?
Ooh, I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
hear that one.
Oh, I didn't know.
yeah. So
That was
just-
kept under. I didn't see that at all.
Well, that
Yeah.
was when he was on Raw for like a little bit, and then they went away for a while, and then they
Ooh.
brought him back to NXT.
with
Yeah.
Seth.
Well, how old was he then? He would have been 20, 21?
The kid was
How
way-
young was
yeah.
the kid? Now, if the kid was 18 and you're 21, that isn't that bad.
No.
talking-
No, that's still
Or
legal.
even
18 is legal. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking 13, I think.
Oh, oh boy.
That was the allegation.
Yeah, you never know though until it comes out. There's a police report. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that's where a lot of things fall short. There's a lot of people in this business who are caught doing gross things, and no one ever took it to the cops,
Yeah.
and then they get away with it.
Grizzly Smith.
Sometimes it's hard for. I know it's hard for some people to take it to the cops because it's like, well, will they believe me? Will they believe me?
Well, if
when
they're
this
willing
guy's
to
a
put it
big
on
star,
Twitter,
you
I think they
know?
should go to the cops.
Well,
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot
I
of the
think
people putting it on
that's starting
Twitter
to change
didn't-
now.
Yeah, a lot of people that were putting it on Twitter felt in like 2020 hindsight that they were comfortable enough to put it out there.
Yeah.
Mhm. That kind of flipped the switch for a lot of people, I think. Now.
Also, just like not from the victim's perspective, but from everyone else, keep it in your pants.
Yeah.
It's just kind of that easy.
Yeah.
No is no, and if they're sleeping, it's still a no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, you can Twitter and Google all that stuff if you want. I care less. I'm not a huge riddle or theory guy, so they
They
disappear.
have first names, okay?
Oh, sorry.
I'm not a huge Matt or Austin guy.
Yeah.
No.
Not you,
God.
Austin.
Matt Hardy and
All right, I'll
Steve
say-
Austin.
Yeah.
Pat Patterson says in the chat, an infamous pedo.
I don't believe
yeah,
that.
I
They
don't
said that, but like Pat, if he wanted to, he could have had his way with a lot of wrestlers, and no one ever said bad words about him.
Yeah, I
And he
think
had a long time
One guy
boyfriend.
did, and it was that he was making like passes at him. This was an adult. Was making like that Pat Patterson would make passes at him at a bar.
Which maybe.
I think
Huh.
Pat's thing got confused because he was gay, and then
Yeah.
And he got-
to attack a gay man, the easiest way you go is you call them a pedophile.
And he got lumped in with some people who had more credible accusations, like Terry Garvin and
Yeah.
Mel Phillips.
Especially
And what you
back
were
then,
saying there, he made passes at a bar. That's normal. Any
Yeah.
guy or girl does
Yeah,
that.
I know gay guys in the business to flirt with me, but I never felt it was
Yeah.
over the line or anything like
I
that.
feel
I'm sure the same people in WWE. But, oh, Pat was fucking grabbing my ass up.
yeah,
you
if a
know?
gay
Yeah.
guy flirts with me, I'm like, oh, cool, I got it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
like it's nothing to be ashamed about or feel weird.
I watched-
now, if it crosses the line,
I
it's
watch
different.
Mhm.
I watch men and women struggle through flirting with each other in locker rooms.
Yeah.
It's actually quite sad to watch sometimes.
Sometimes it is, yeah.
Oh my god, you're oh my.
Sometimes it just stop.
What are
just
we,
stop.
middle school? Like just
I say just flirt people at the bar. Don't do it with the rest
yeah,
of us.
Cincinnati. But anyway, any other news?
Yeah, and it's coming up in October, but GCW formally announced, well, the weekend that they're going to do their big match where Jon Moxley is defending the GCW World Title against Nick Gage. It'll be on one of their shows either October 8th or October 9th in Atlantic City at the Showboat, which is like kind of their home
And
arena
also
now.
AEW looking to possibly go to Atlantic City.
Yeah, probably maybe
Well, they were at the hall, the boardwalk hall
they
at
have
one
been,
time.
They have been there before, yeah.
But I think they're looking at either all out,
No.
right? The next all out or something.
all out or not. Well, let's finish the story
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
and we'll go to that one. So October 8th and 9th, which is the weekend before All Out, probably or not All Out. I'm sorry, Full Gear, but that's in November. So this is the month before Full Gear. They're going to do their big. It's GCW Fight Club, and the main event on one of the shows. I'm going to guess the second show on the 9th, but they haven't formally announced it. Is going to be Nick Gage, Jon Moxley, title versus career. So if Nick Gage doesn't beat Jon Moxley for the title, he's going to retire.
Yeah.
And then the rumor you're talking about is it hasn't been officially announced, but the rumor is that Full Gear, which is going to be the AEW pay-per-view after All Out, which is usually in November, they're saying it's going to probably be at the Prudential Center in Newark.
No.
And that the Dynamite either before or after that could be in Atlantic City, which would be a boardwalk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Another one that they're
4 and 5.
talking about is Soho, or whatever you pronounce his name.
Solo
Solo
Sikoa.
He's
Oh, I seen Solo and I was thinking, who the hell is Solo?
Solo Darling. No, that Soho is looking to
Solo Sikoa.
Solo Cola. Sorry, is looking to they're looking to call him up.
Is that's the Samoan that's not related to the Wild Samoans. right?
No,
No,
he's
he is. He's the Usos brother.
Oh,
he's
isn't there a
Usos
guy in NXT that's not related to them that's there?
Yeah, forget the guy you're talking about.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
this is
I've never seen this guy. I'm sorry.
this is Rikishi's other son, not
Oh.
the twin, one of the twins.
a little beefier.
Still a part of the blood.
Makes sense.
My thing is, what if he comes and he's not part of the bloodline?
I think that's a little bit
He's-
better.
He stands on his own and maybe helps someone, like he helps the Usos lose or something like
Oh
that.
wow, a character with the name Solo being on his own.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, not even on his
His
own.
name's Uno Solo.
When we do the inevitable, the bloodline beats up Sami Zayn.
Yeah,
You could do Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Solo Sikoa against Roman and
That's
the
what I'm saying.
Usos.
love that.
They need that third member, and Solo would fit right in there
I
with.
think it'd be better than just joining them.
Yeah.
Being in a crony.
That could give like the Shield Evolution matches a little bit of a run for their money. I think.
More likely, I think you see Edge in that role, but
Oh yeah,
but you could do that.
couple Canadians,
Yeah.
What? Yeah, that'd
a
be great.
gaggle of Canadians.
Although,
Team
are,
Leafs.
are they really?
A gaggle of Canadian geese.
Because Edge is from Toronto, and Sammy and Kevin are French Canadian. There's
Yeah.
a difference.
Yeah,
There's a difference.
Yeah.
They got to dig up a hidden Rougeau somewhere.
Or bring back.
The Mountie.
Yeah. Or not the Mountie.
Oh, PCO.
The
uh,
Quebecers.
what else we got here, news wise?
FTR not
yeah.
in the AEW video game, which is weird.
Crazy.
Didn't they show up before Amco?
Yeah.
They've been there for 2
I
years.
thought
Amco's in the game.
They
the
were
one-
in. They were in the
they
game
were
and then
in
taken
it.
out.
Yeah, and then they were taken out. And then there was some sort of they were upset, but then they text Tony and legal, and I guess they
Then
gave
may-
them some sort of
maybe the-
explanation.
The first DLC package. That's all I could see. Because like Abaddon is in the game. How many matches has Abaddon had on TV?
Are you going
Two?
to give us FTR plus blood and guts in a game mode or?
Oh yeah, there's no cage match now.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So they might be packaging them something special or something that they were okay with it then in the end.
You miss
Or
out
they're-
on a big payday though, being in the video game.
Yeah.
For
And,
royalties.
and I guess the other news would be W. Morrissey or Big Cass has apparently signed with AEW.
Good for him.
The report is that Impact was informed like after his contract was over, he was done. They just weren't sure if he was going to WWE or AEW. WWE reportedly had an interest as well. He's not going to ever be a blowaway guy in the ring, but he has really put it all together life wise.
Yeah, he not.
He looks good.
I thought his match at PPW was pretty well, like good.
Didn't see it.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
can't say I didn't
Yeah.
see it. They looked good last night. I mean, they beat up the bunch of job guys. I mean, but that's kind of what it was.
It's
there for.
really tough to say because like the one time that they were actually pushing him as an individual heel in WWE, he eventually got hurt, and then there was the Carmella stuff too.
I will say this,
And it also seemed like
watching,
that was when he was dealing with some of it.
watching him
Yeah.
in WWE doing that, and then watching him just recently on in the independent scene on Impact. Now that he's in probably the best shape he's ever been in his
Yeah.
entire life, he moves better, he looks better. Like he's put it together.
Just needs
Yeah.
a better name. That's all.
Yeah,
because
W.
he's
Morrissey.
good at getting people to not like him, even though he's like good in
Oh,
ring.
I will
He's-
say this: he one of my favorite conversations I had backstage too. Very very nice guy. Like I remember talking to him backstage at PPW, and I essentially said like, man, it sucks that we didn't have you here before because he was booked to PPW twice, and the first time is the week or a couple days before is when he went through his backstage meltdown and a fist fight and all that
Mhm.
stuff. And I was like, I'm so happy you put it together, and we're glad you're here. And he's like, I appreciate that, man. And he was just like, yeah, it was a tough road, and he gave me like a 10-15 minute conversation. He was super nice.
And one of the ways you can tell there's been a lot of movement there, a lot of progress, is because the guy he was in that fist fight with is a very, very high level guy in talent relations in AEW.
Yeah.
Pat Buck.
Yeah, so I'm happy he put it together and he's doing better. So good for him. Any other news?
No, that's everything except for big shows this weekend, which is what our central topic's going to be tonight.
Absolutely. What do you guys want? Do you want AEW first, or do you want?
Do you want to go chronological? The first show is going to be on
On
Saturday,
Saturday.
and that's Clash at the Castle.
I actually prefer them on a Saturday and not a Sunday. Like AEW used to have them on a Saturday. I don't know why they ever moved them.
They still do, except when it's they do because they do Double or Nothing on Memorial Day weekend. They figure most people are off on Monday,
Mhm.
and then this is Labor Day weekend. And
Yeah.
they're figuring most people are off on
So you
Monday.
think Full Gear might be a Saturday then?
Full Gear and Revolution are usually on Saturdays,
Mhm.
that makes a lot
and
of
then
sense.
Double or Nothing and All Out are usually on Sunday.
Well, remember Nick Khan wants WWE pay-per-views on Saturdays. A lot
The
of them
big
move to
ones,
Saturdays, yeah.
Well, aren't the rest in 2022 on Saturday?
I think Extreme Rules might be a Sunday. I'm not sure.
So if you want to play along with us, All Out and Clash at the Castle are both now open. So it's digital.prowrestling scorecards. You can download the app on your phone. I have been told that the app is still having a little bit of issues when sometimes it says putting matches in, but they do go back and look and adjust scores. Because remember the one pay-per-view, like I didn't get any of my final.
Oh yeah.
Like I picked almost every match right, but didn't get any points. But then they had to go back and fix it. So the app is still kind of wishy-washy. But if you go to digital.pro wrestling scorecards, if someone can put that in the chat, but I can't even give you mod access right now. Honestly, another thing too, if you're planning on be here a lot, put in the chat yes or I will. I am looking for moderators if you guys want to join as moderators, and you can help clear out chats and stuff for us. I would really appreciate it if that's something you're interested in doing. You're more than welcome to do so. And if I ask for like, if you're a moderator too, you can put links in. But that's something, if you're interested, just let me know. I'm actually going to pull up the stream right now and just mute it. There it is.
Turn your radio down.
Yeah, and then I will give you access. So if you want access to that, just let me know, and I'll let you. I'll let you guys.
I thought
do
there
that.
was a New Japan show. There is, but it's just like a kind of small house show.
Yeah,
It's not
and then
a-
if someone can put in, if you're willing to do that, just type in pro wrestling scorecards.
So if you want, you can put on New Japan World and watch a 6-man with Okada, Tanahashi, and Togi Makabe versus
I thought,
Bad Dude Tito, Shane Haste, and Jonah. You can watch
Oh.
that also on Saturday.
I thought
Alright.
Okada was taking time off for.
Nope.
They always say that, and he never does.
Yeah, he said I'm having a baby. I had a baby. I'm going to take some time off, and
Okada
Sure.
lied.
apparently
Just
he
like
lied.
Tanahashi taking time off? No.
Yeah.
But you're really
Alright.
backed up? No.
We have 3 new moderators. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
if you guys put in the digital.pro wrestling scorecards, test out your new moderator
We'll call
badge.
them moderator A and B, and then C, like jumping bomb angel.
Yeah.
Moderator Axe, moderator Smash, and moderator Crush.
There we go.
When you do sign up, it's completely free, and just head to the factions tab and join the faction Tornado Tag Podcast.
Yeah, and it keeps track of and you can win titles if you predict the right thing. You're the NWA champion or the Impact champion.
Yeah, and like I said, if we get people, we start selling merchandise or Patreon becomes a thing, I will 100% take some of that Patreon money, and if you win stuff, we can do like actual giveaways. Like if you beat one of us or you're the winner, and you let us know that that's your account and you won, well, maybe we'll give you like so
Wow.
much off your shirt or something, or
They-
give you a free shirt.
They already have Bound for Glory set up.
Oh,
you
wow.
can
Yeah, I
click on
noticed
it.
that too.
And Victory Road. I don't
Yeah.
know.
All right, well, let's go through Clash. The first one that's going to be on the card.
Oh, real quick. This is kind of a downside news. I just remembered in Impact. Joe Doring has been
Oh, I heard about that.
one
yeah.
of Impact's guys. And he was a huge star in All Japan. He was a Triple Crown champion and had to retire for a while because he had a brain tumor. And he is stepping away from wrestling because the cancer is back.
Aw.
Sucks.
So back to Clash of the Castle. The first thing on the scorecard is Matt Riddle, excuse me,
Yeah.
versus Seth Franklin Rollins. And it's the winner, fall type, match time, curb stops attempts over under 1.5, first aerial move, who does it? And then suicide dives over under 2.5.
So here's how we're going to do this. Instead of every single one of us going through our predictions,
Decide who you think's gonna win.
we'll go around the table and one person does their prediction, and then the rest of us fill the card out instead of going through each person. So if you want, we can start with Brian or we can start with Austin and then go around the table, and then each person picks that match. Sound fun? Want to do it that
Sure.
way? All right. So who wants to start off? You want to start off? You want to start
I
off?
got it.
All right. So you pick. You pick this match.
I have Seth Rollins winning by pin. I think Triple H is going to try to get him some steam back under him. I'll have it in an 18-minute match. Under 1.5 curb stop attempts. Rollins does the first aerial move, and there are over 2.5 suicide dives.
Yeah, I was gonna say Matt Riddle's gonna win, but I think Seth's gonna win.
Yeah. How many
To keep it
times
going.
has Seth lost on a pay per
He
view?
hasn't won on the pay. I think the last pay-per-view match he won. Did he win by DQ against Roman? Or
I don't.
it's been a while.
yeah.
But
That
still,
don't even
he
count.
hasn't had a legit win
Yeah.
in a while.
Because he lost all those to Cody. Yeah,
If
it's
one
been a
of our
while.
mods can put the link in
Yeah.
for digital.pro wrestling scorecards, that'd be great.
Yeah, he lost 3 in a row to Cody,
Yeah.
and before that, he lost, I
Yeah.
think, 3 in a row to Edge as well.
He kind of needs a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the loss to Riddle there will kind of help him channel whatever this new aggressive side of Riddle.
It should
Yeah.
be a pretty good match.
Hopefully, he stops doing the Randy thing and
Yeah.
starts to go back into Matt Riddle.
Yeah,
If you're gonna throw his name back there, you might as well have him bring more of a UFC instead of the sport entertainment
Yeah.
style.
I will never shy away from somebody being a little more serious, especially if
Yeah.
you're going to give him a big push. Like if you're an undercard comedy guy, that's fine. But if you want him to actually be a higher level guy, you got to get some more seriousness on him. Like we were talking about that last week. That's why I don't really see him as like a guy who could be a viable world champion. He's too goofy.
Yeah.
Who,
So-
Seth?
Matt
Matt
Riddle.
and
yeah.
Seth at this point. But Seth, if you just immediately
Drop the
Stop. Yeah. Stop
You
trying to be the Joker.
Drop
you could throw a switch and make Seth Rollins again.
Yeah.
Mhm. He was so good when he turned against the Shield. So good. He was like that dirtbag, just
Yeah, but his character has to evolve.
yeah, but it evolved. It went back.
Evolve a good way.
Yeah, it
devolved.
went.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
devolved.
Speaking of goofy characters, where's Elias/Ezekiel? Forgot about that.
Grow
Is he
his
still
beard
in the
out.
hospital with all his family still around
He's
him?
growing his beard out, Andy.
My guess is that we're gonna just out of nowhere, maybe at the Rumble, because he's opened up Rumbles
He's
before.
gonna be in the casino ladder match.
Oh God.
Elron
Please
will be in
no.
it. Elron don't have a contract.
No.
Oh, true. Not under contract. That would be funny. Instead of like Rick Rude appearing in a bunch of different places all on the same
Elias
night,
characters.
it's all of the faces of Elias in different promotions.
Yeah. All right, Austin, you're the next one up.
The
Ra-
Judgment Day
Yeah.
versus Rey Mysterio and Edge with Dominic as the manager. I'm picking Judgment Day for this because these guys, I don't want to see them lose. It's really that simple. I don't see what a win for Edge and Rey here does either. Edge is already pinned. Has Edge already pinned? Yeah, he's already pinned Damian Priest. So I don't
Not
see.
Balor, but Priest.
I don't see unless that's what they're going there. Edge is going to then pin Balor so we could feel. No, I think Judgment Day is going to win. Fall type, I'm going to say a pinfall. Who makes the fall? Most likely Balor. He's been the guy who's been ending the coup de grace has just ended kind of anything Judgment Day oriented. So I'm going to pick Finn making the fall. I'm going to say Rey takes the fall. And it's not on here because it just goes to aerial
Here goes
moves.
$1 million question.
Yeah.
It just goes to aerial moves and legal tags. I don't know. But what I'm going to say is that I think the way we get to this finish is Rhea coming down. Probably messing up Dominic.
This should be a 6-person tag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really should.
Dominic on one side, Rhea on the other. Let the women wrestle them.
They won't do that.
Especially Rhea, she get beat up. Most of them
Oh, I
dudes
think
in real
I
life.
think it turns into a 6-man tag by the end.
It'll be
Yeah.
a de facto.
Yeah,
I think Rhea comes down and then Beth Phoenix shows up.
Oh, I don't want that.
Oh.
I want Dom on the good guy's side.
Yeah.
I
Does
want Rhea to beat
Dominic,
up
is
Dom.
this where Dominic finally turned?
I think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, either Rhea comes down, Dominic either face to face, either gets his ass kicked again or stands with them.
Yeah.
Causes Rey to like get hit from behind, and that's why I have
I can
Rey
see
taking the pinfall.
Yeah, that would make it interesting.
As far as aerial moves, I don't know. Let's say 5. Because Rey Mysterio will do a couple, and Finn Balor is good for at least
Yeah.
one.
Mick says the Good Brothers final match in Impact Wrestling is happening right now. There you go.
Apparently, they were offered a WWE deal, but they wanted back and forth, and then WWE said no.
Yeah, I guess Vince was interested.
Oh wow.
Before Vince was pushed out, he wanted to bring him back.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having it
For
back.
for legal tag for this, I'm just gonna put 8.
You know who their match is against? It's a tag title match.
the Wolves.
The OGK.
Oh,
Matt Taven and Mike Bennett.
yeah.
Oh,
You're getting at the next one here, Andy. And
Yeah.
this is probably for me, and I know probably I'm gonna get snickered after this, but this is the match I think I'm most anticipated for on the card.
Really?
I really want to see this match.
It's
Gunther
gonna be
versus
good.
Sheamus?
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who you're talking about. I see Walter versus Sheamus on my thing. And I've never been into Sheamus ever. I just don't care. The match won't be bad. I never was into Sheamus. Nothing against him. I think Walter's going to keep the belt.
yeah.
Doing through for those people that are cutting a belt. Pinfall. 14 minutes. Chops. They both do that chop thing, but doesn't Sheamus do the clubs in the chest?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
So,
10 beats to the something.
I would.
Balorn. Or,
I have 8, but only because I give Sheamus is going to do some. And then first 2 near falls. I'm going to put Sheamus. Outside interference, no, I don't see what's his name. Ludwig Kaiser or maybe Pete
Speaking
Dunne?
of somebody's
Maybe
gonna get their
Pete
name
Dunne?
back.
Yeah, because he was apparently on NXT and he was in his Pete Dunne stuff.
He was on SmackDown.
Oh,
on Pete Dunne
SmackDown.
stuff.
Yeah,
They
okay.
taped SmackDown last week. He
Yeah.
was still called Butch, but he was wearing his Pete Dunne gear.
Yeah.
on NXT, he was on FaceTime with Tyler Bate.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I think
Outside interference, no. So
I think we get the first like grand guy.
Oh,
Because Sheamus is if Sheamus wins the IC title,
Mhm.
He's the first guy to literally do everything you can do in the
Nope.
company.
No,
What?
never been the Universal Champion.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
he's
been
he's
both
the main champion.
That's not
been-
everything you can do in the
Yeah,
company.
he has been he
Yeah.
has been both, but before the Universal.
Yeah.
Title, so
Well, what's the difference between the IC and the US title?
they're two different titles.
So are the WWE and the Universal
It's
title.
just the main title split into two.
And these are just two secondary titles.
There are, but they're two separate secondary titles.
And they're two separate
so
primary
actually,
titles.
there's been 3 separate main titles.
But Sheamus has had 2 of them. He
yeah,
had the,
2. He has
he had
had
the big gold.
the blue one, right?
I think if you win the main title, I don't care if they split it 14 ways, it's still the main title.
Well, if he split it 14 ways, it's no longer the main title.
Yeah.
It depends because like it was weird whether
If there was
title lineage will
the US title on SmackDown and the US title on Raw,
Mhm.
it's still the US title.
No, but yeah, but the WWE title and Universal title are two separate titles with two separate,
yeah,
They're still the world champions.
and they're still the secondary champions.
yeah. I mean the world champions.
This is why this Grand Slam. This is the biggest who gives a shit thing to me in wrestling. It's this Grand Slam championship
Well,
stuff.
to you, but I think to a lot of other people, they enjoy it. And I think the King of the Ring, Cash It, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, and every title except IC. That's the only thing he's alluding to.
Slammies as well.
Yeah.
I still would say you have to win that Universal title.
Yeah.
Because he did have the one title, right? The WWE Heavyweight title. That's the Raw.
He just
title, right?
hasn't won the most important title
Yeah.
in WWE.
Because the Universal.
Yeah,
has
he's
its
had
own-
the big golden title when it was one, but now that he split it in two, he doesn't have that one. That doesn't make sense to me.
But yeah, because the Universal title was made by its own when it was
Yeah,
given
the
to Kevin
Universal
Owens.
title is a completely different
Yeah,
title.
so that started with its own lineage. So if
Yeah.
you go up by record books, he wouldn't be on that lineage.
Yeah.
but he'd be on the other lineage for the world.
You have 2 world titles. You win one
Yeah,
of them.
but we
you're
had
fine.
3.
Yeah.
So
Sean, just because Sean never wrestled for that title, he still was a world champion.
well, yeah,
Yeah,
That-
that's how I look
that
at it.
don't-
I don't care if you call it Universal or
but that has
they're
nothing,
still they're
that
both
has
still
nothing to do
world.
with it. I
They're
mean,
both
no,
still
So
world.
Sheamus ever the 24/7 champion.
yeah, that don't
No.
that don't.
This is when you have too many belts, like not too many belts, but too many world titles.
Speaking
like
of too many
Universal,
belts, fucking Hikaru Shida came out with another belt. I'm like, what's going
Yeah, it was
on?
on Dark. Yeah.
yeah, but
Really?
no, that was
on
on
Dynamite.
No, on
Oh, 'cause
Dynamite.
she won it. Yeah.
But where
She
was
won
that?
it-
That was a different company.
She beat Emmy Soccerford on Dark. I forget the name of the title, but it's a Japanese women's
enough.
promotion title.
Fucking Tony Khan loves them belts. If everyone could have a belt, he'd have everyone
Well,
having
somebody
a belt.
in AEW is going to be the super duper ultimate Grand Slam champion now.
Yeah,
They got to win all the titles.
That'd be the compliment.
Every title from every
Oh, he has to
promotion
win
that's
that.
ever been on AEW.
he has to win
programming.
that title that everyone in the world forgot about until the match graphic came up this week, the All Atlantic title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Now
Wow.
that is a who gives a shit
Yeah.
title.
I'm excited for that match though.
yeah.
The
that
match
should
will
be
be
all right.
fine.
I'm not a big kick guy, but the match would be good.
That is a match that doesn't need to be on that show because there's too many damn matches on
Yeah,
that show.
that should be pre-show.
We'll get there. Okay, so
3 pre-show.
That should be a dynamite match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even a Rampage, like a live one of their
Mhm.
Saturday night.
Battle for the belts.
Battle for the
belts.
belts. Yeah.
All right, I'm up next. I'll be taking the trios match between Bailey, Kai, and Sky versus Belair, Bliss, and Asuka. I think the baby faces go over here, so I'm going to go Belair, Bliss, Asuka.
either way with that one.
Yeah, I'm going to say pinfall. I think Dakota Kai takes the fall, and Bianca Belair is the one who gives the fall.
I think that makes sense.
Aerial moves, I'll
A
say
lot of potential here.
5. And pin interruptions, 2.5 over or under, I will say over. And that is my pick
My pick
for
is
that match.
Bailey pins Bianca Belair. To
I would
set up
love
your
to
next
see that.
challenger.
I would love to see
Ooh.
that.
That's a good one. I'm gonna go with the heels and say Bailey pins Alexa.
I think just being overseas, I think they're going to try to send the fans home as happy as they possibly can. For a
Oh,
lot
I
of
think they're going to
matches.
do that too.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do that.
Well,
too.
when was the last time Belair took any sort of fall?
Well, that's a good
Didn't
question.
somebody pin her in a tag match a while back? I want to say somebody beat her to
Hey.
set up. Didn't Becky beat her in a tag to set up SummerSlam?
I think
or
so,
something?
yeah.
Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, a singles match she hasn't lost in forever.
All right. You have the first title match
Yes,
Liv versus
so-
Shayna Baszler.
Liv versus Shayna, and I'm gonna have to go with Liv here. I do not see them giving Shayna the belt at all.
There's a much better chance now that Triple H is running things, but
Do you think?
yeah, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No,
here.
I don't either. I think it's and the fall type is some sort of submission since she's been training, or they say she's been training with Riddle.
Huh.
So it'll be
it is.
some sort of submission type and match of no, the match does not go over 15 minutes in my eyes. Near falls.
How?
Two or three, maybe.
That's
How would
most.
this
So
get
you got to pick who
15?
gets it.
Huh?
It's not how many. It's who gets the most.
Oh, who gets the
Yeah.
most? Oh. I'll go Shayna on that, but I think Liv pulls it out with a submission.
I think they're gonna put the belt in Shayna here.
I'm
I
going to
would
go
love
the
it.
safe belt and go Liv, but
Yeah.
everything in my heart wants
so-
Shayna to be the champion because she does not have a lot of time left on her career and a lot more
She wrestles the
opportunities.
style where she could wrestle into her 50s.
She
I
can,
think she's.
but I
okay.
think now is a better time than any to
I-
And she's
just-
still really
to move
good.
on.
I
She's
just
so good.
still
Mhm.
think it's still really highly based on a lot of what this is presenting
Yeah.
and what this is too. And Shayna's just not it. She hasn't been it forever, but
she's
she's
got
there 'cause
star
she loves
power though. She's got a presence.
She's
People
good wrestler.
So
and people are invested in Liv, which
Liv.
I don't think since Shayna's been on the main roster.
They're-
I mean, she's a little shaky now because there were people booing her at one time.
They're
I think that's
they're
the
invested in
plan.
Liv because she's pretty.
She's got the internet following a whole lot.
It's what it is.
Mhm.
She's pretty.
Yeah.
Here's my thing, and I'm a big believer that if it's wrestling, it's performance, it's a predetermined athletic exhibition, whatever you want to call it. And if somebody tells you you should do this, you should probably do this in your match, and you shouldn't say that doesn't work for me, brother. If I'm Shayna Baszler
I'm putting a choke in.
and they come to
I'm putting her to
no,
sleep.
no, I'm not going that far. And they say to me,
Oh yeah, Shayna could kill her in real life.
and,
but-
and they come to me and they say the finish is Liv beats you clean by submission. I'm like, no,
Yeah, that
No.
don't work for me.
I'll
Yeah.
take a pin.
Yeah.
I'll get counted out.
What is Liv's
gladly-
finisher?
It's like a, I don't even know how to describe it.
It's a submission hold.
Yeah.
No, it's someone up against the ropes, and she like dives into the ropes forward like this, like if you were to face me, and
Yes, let's reenact the move.
yeah. So she like puts her
Great for the audio
arm-
listeners.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she puts her arm around your face like she's about to hit. Like if she were standing, it
Like a
would-
flatliner,
Yes, yeah, but she bounces off of the ropes.
and then gives you an STO.
Yeah.
that's all right.
It looks fun.
All right, we're going back to Brian to close us out here for Clash at the Castle.
Okay,
Brian, tell me what I want to hear.
The
Double down for this because the next one is also where does the main card match position?
yeah.
I-
Yeah.
That's always
Yeah.
a toss up.
I think I know that this
Well,
is
I
gonna
know
be,
this is
I have
the
a
main
feeling this
event.
is going to be the last
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have Drew McIntyre against Roman Reigns. Drew McIntyre, pinfall, 24 minutes, 8 near falls, under 2.5 spears, over 2.5 Claymore kicks. You want to send the crowd home happy. You have the UK guy winning the UK.
That's
I'm
true.
hoping that's what happened.
I'm
it would
go-
make it more interesting for me. I'll tell you that.
I'm
not a
going
big,
Roman.
Yeah.
I'm going Roman as well.
I think it honestly. I think it'll be Roman by some sort of wacky DQ type thing. That
Well, now they're
that-
saying Tyson Fury is going to be out there. Is
Yeah,
Tyson
well,
Fury going to
yeah.
get involved? Never
Right.
going
There's
Tyson
gonna be
Fury
some
in
sort of
Saudi
involvement.
Arabia.
And then you have
Drew will win, but Roman will retain.
then you have the everyone saying that Bray might be in there.
It's too much.
You're saying
You-
that
you-
Killer Cross can get involved. There's a lot of variables
Has
that
he
can
done
happen.
anything since he debuted?
They're even saying
He's had a promo and he's
He's been-
supposed to wrestle next.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
his
this
debut
SmackDown.
match.
who
They're
has-
ignoring the fact he ever wrestled on Raw.
Austin Theory still has his money in the bank,
True.
And
I can't
And
see
that
him
would-
cashing in.
and that would take a belt to Raw, which
Yeah,
is USA Network is pissed off because there is no belt on Raw.
Well, they were pissed, but now they're very, very happy.
yeah, they're good now. Ratings are better.
Because of like Gargano.
the sidebar ratings are up, and it's the highest Raw's been in what, 2 years?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Triple H essentially said to them like,
Hang on.
trust the
Yeah.
process. Let me get there. I have a way to get the title here. Just give me time. Don't rush it because you're hungry for a
Yeah.
title.
I do
Your,
think
your
that-
numbers are up. Enjoy it, and I think that's where they're at.
I do think that Drew winning here is like, especially if he were to win clean, I think that is a good culmination to this bloodline Roman Reigns dominance story. But if there's gonna be shenanigans, there needs to be a clean finish to the
Yeah.
end of Roman's.
Give them a moment. Make Drew McIntyre to the UK what Bret Hart is to Canada.
Yeah.
And you can do that by having him beat Roman clean as a whistle.
He beat Brock clean as a whistle.
Yeah.
I said going
And
into
Roman
this
will be just fine.
Yeah.
I said even going into this in SummerSlam, I think your payoff, regardless who won the belts. I said I think Drew walks out of this clash
I
as
really
a
hope
champion.
so. It would make it for me as a fan, just myself. It would make it a whole lot more interesting. I'm just tired of the Roman Reigns.
I think timeline wise as well, Drew, it was supposed to be his ball, and then the pandemic happened.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we had 2 championship reigns during the pandemic.
Mhm.
He kind of carried the first half of it, and then Roman carried the second half.
Yeah.
And now Roman has had it into
Right.
them returning.
I'm
Might as
definitely
well
not
give it to Drew.
over the Roman Reigns run because I think it's been the most. It's probably been the best thing in professional wrestling. The bloodline storyline in Roman Reigns is better than anything that's in professional wrestling right now. AEW, or WWE, or Impact, or anything. I just think it's the top of the food chain right now, and they're booking good stories. But I do think as of tomorrow, Roman Reigns officially hits 2 years as a champion. I think that's a milestone they can hang their hat on and go into this weekend and say, okay, it's time.
I don't know.
It feels right to me to have Drew win it here.
Yeah.
You've
Not saying
put,
they'll do it, but it feels right.
you've put
anytime-
so much into this bloodline character at the head of the table, the tribal chief. No one has been presented this strong in how long? I'd potentially ever.
Only in Brock.
Yeah.
Lesnar is the
Yeah,
only one.
Les.
You got to keep going with it.
I think
Make
you,
that
I think
moment
you can keep
just-
going with it, but I think this can be the start of the seed of
Mhm.
the deception. Be like, oh, who? Like, I think this is the start. This is their
There's a
time to fall
breakdown.
apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Drew is a very believable and probably the most believable outside of maybe Bobby Lashley, but like the way he's presented on screen,
And the way they're
it wouldn't
setting
be.
up Kevin and Sami, like this, all these things are culminating into.
Unless Roman wins clean, because when you have a dominant heel like Roman,
If Roman wins clean, that crowd is
the-
going to be going home.
well,
pretty
you
pissed.
can fix it. You can
Yeah.
fix it. You have because you have to have that dominant heel, and the reason you have the dominant heel is to get the conquering baby face that's going to carry your company. So if Roman wins clean, and then you hear wrestling has more than one royal family.
Oh.
Out of everyone who's in the company right
In
now,
the UK, you have Cody Rhodes come
Yes,
down.
it is all
Well,
American stuff.
You remember he was against them
Yeah.
evil UK people when
That's
he was
right.
wresling with the
A
Go-Go.
go-go, yeah.
and then
Dirty UK people.
Rhodes comes down strutting, and then Kevin Owens just runs out and kills him, and we never see him again.
No, no.
That ain't
The
happening.
conquering
Aren't they
babyface.
friends?
Very good.
They
friends.
are, but the character of Kevin Owens goes down and says, no. I've been holding this company down too long.
No, he says, yes, Cody, you're our leader. Go get Roman. That's what he does.
No, he kills him. He murders him like he murders Elias, and then Kevin Owens.
And then you see Cody in the hospital.
then
later,
Kevin
like a
Owens.
joke, yeah.
Kevin Owens looks like Ultimo
Raven?
Dragon, just
Oh.
holds every title in the whole company because he's the GOAT.
Oh boy.
And then he's a Grand Slam. Whatever.
He's a
Fucking
Grand Slam
company.
super duper.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot. The fun thing about WWE right now is there's a lot of potential for a lot of future champions.
Yeah, you have that Vince train of thought, but like, oh yeah, he's not charging anymore. So
Yeah.
they won't do what they
there's-
always
And
do.
there's a lot of viable people who could win titles right now, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun time to watch WWE, and it's crazy that we're saying that.
Yeah.
It's not close to our end of the year TTP awards, but I think WWE is a shoe-in right now for most improved.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get into All Out. We're not going to do the predictions of the match cards. Where are we at here? 52 minutes.
Yeah,
All right.
There are 72 matches on the show.
Yeah, this card is too much. Too much. AEW needs to scale back these cards.
Like, this paper is probably gonna be 4 hours again.
Too much.
Over under 4.5.
It's a long Sunday.
Yeah, maybe
Mhm.
over.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be. If not counting pre-show, let's not count the pre-show.
Tony Khan, some of us have to work on Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all don't get to count money.
Yeah.
Are you working on Labor
Monday
Day?
morning?
I am.
Wow.
Yeah, I am too.
11 matches.
I am making a
ladder
stupid
match.
amount of money to work on Labor Day.
I was gonna say it was cue that song. He
Yeah.
works hard for the money. Yeah.
Yeah, Tony in the chat. What's going on, Tony? Once again, thank you so much for Tony for giving me a platform as well as putting over this channel. I think we have I haven't looked at anything, but I think as of right now, active people watching, we're higher than we've ever been. So thank you guys so much.
He
And
said something about Roman taking a break. I don't think he kind of has a light schedule
He,
later.
Yeah,
he
so-
signed a new deal.
I think he
that
takes a
said-
break after Mania. I think after Mania he goes
Maybe,
away
but I
from
mean, when
that.
you only
true.
wrestle once a month,
Yeah.
you really have to take a break.
No.
That's really
No.
true too. Yeah.
Unless like you want to be home because he still is on every week. He isn't wrestling.
Well, not every week. Sometimes he's not there. I mean, because there's a promo. He doesn't do a promo every week, which is good. You don't have to see everybody every week.
No.
Yeah. Actually, that's what AEW was doing very well for a while. Where like storylines were almost
Rotate
bi-weekly.
talent. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like this week was like, hey, we're going to focus on these 4 storylines, and the other ones weren't seen. And then the next Wednesday we focus on the other 4 storylines.
Yeah.
And then you had 8. You had 8 going at the same time, and you were rotating them bi-weekly.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that was fun. And then they just started cramming everybody in the stables, and everything was crammed all together. It was just too much.
It's bloated. AEW
Yeah.
feels
Bloated,
bloated. Right
yeah.
now.
Well, like bloated, that's what this card is. So we'll start with you, Austin.
fully bloated.
Fully bloated. And hopefully, when you're bloated, you want to get it all out. You know what I mean?
Ah,
Nailed it.
good job there.
All right, Jungle Boy, Christian Cage. What do you got?
Christian wins by pin.
Wow.
Yeah, match does not go over 15 minutes. And for aerial moves, I have under 7.5.
I agree.
We're gonna see.
Except that second match.
Yeah, we're gonna see how scummy of Christian Cage we're gonna see out of this new Christian character.
Everything about this says Jungle Boy goes over,
Yeah.
but with everything that you're hearing about people politicking
No.
backstage and Christian being one of them,
No,
I
no, I
can't
see
see
this.
Christian
I see
doing
this
that.
as wanting to continue the story. I see
Yeah.
the ref
See,
getting.
that's-
I see the ref getting distracted, Christian hitting a low blow, and then wrapping it
In
up.
a long-term feud, the heel usually wins the first match.
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's a good call out. All right. I'm putting a lot of pressure on you here once again for a match because the correct answer is the Acclaimed. But how do you have it going with Swerve Your Glory and the
Oh,
Acclaimed?
I don't see. First off, FTR should be in this match. Anyway, I see Keith Lee and Swerve keeping the belts.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
same here.
FTR, you know what FTR would lose there because you don't want to take the belts off of Swerve and Our Glory, right?
Pinfall, it doesn't matter. I don't know. Keith Lee pins Max Caster. It could be either way. Maybe even Swerve. I don't know who pins who, but yeah, I don't see the Claim winning the tag.
Is this their
Not that
first?
they're not bad.
I think this is their first pay-per-view.
That's what I
isn't
was
it?
thinking.
I
It's more important that they're
think so.
being on a
On the
pay-per-view
page,
than them
yeah.
even being in a
I
I
title
think
just-
they might
Yeah,
have
'cause-
had like a they might have one of them might have been in one of the Casino Royales but this is their first like big
Like in
tag
a
team.
featured match.
Right.
I only want them to win just because they're entertaining, and also
Oh, they're
I want
great.
Oh,
I
they-
want Swerve Strickland just to be a solo guy. I'm
Yeah.
over.
Too soon.
I
Too-
think Keith
titles
Lee.
off.
I think Keith Lee
Yeah.
is talented. I understand what people see in him. I
Yeah.
don't see it.
I don't
No.
think they ever should have won the tag belts.
They do work well as a tag.
Yeah, and they're prominently featured. They're the tag team champions. If you make Swerve a singles guy, he's going to be lost in the shuffle.
He
He's
will
gonna
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to be Pac. He's going to be Ray Phoenix. He's going to be
Yeah.
Yep.
one of those guys you see every 4 weeks,
Yeah,
and maybe they get
Dante
a pay-per-view
Martin.
match. Yeah,
Andrade.
Yeah, everything about this, I'm saying it's a retained, but I want a claim to go just because I'm not Keith Lee on my TV. This doesn't do anything for me. He just comes out like he's a babyface, but he's his character's like
He's
smug,
flat. I think he's
and he's
flat
just like
for me.
I'm the greatest. And
It
just like,
insists upon himself.
but he's a
Yeah.
baby. I don't know. His
He's-
character doesn't do it
It's
for me.
like his tone and everything is too flat for me.
Yeah,
so
but
he doesn't
don't
get
see
my-
them losing the belts.
No, I
I
don't
don't
either.
know.
But that's not I like Swerve in Our Glory or Swerve there is much better at being a character and being somebody to be entertained by than Keith Lee is. But that's my opinion.
All right, let's talk about actual changing of the titles here, and we'll go to the TBS
I
title
hope.
because Athena is beating Jade Cargill with a pin in about 12 minutes. Under on the aerial moves. I don't see anyone going over 4.5. And I think the thing is, I think Cargill is going to get more of the near falls. I think she's going to look for quick covers in the beginning, dominating Athena at the start, and then Athena rallies at the end and is your new champion.
I don't know if they're ready to have Jade lose that streak.
Same.
Yeah,
I would rather. I think Athena is
No.
maybe one of their best women's wrestlers, if not
Mhm.
their best wrestler.
Probably
women's
they're
division, like,
altogether best.
Altogether, she's probably the best wrestler.
Right.
in
There
the
should have
women's division
been
they
way more Athena matches on Dynamite, I think.
Yeah.
There should be.
Sure,
they're
there's been
just
no build to
I
it.
No.
think she might win it.
Yeah,
I hope so. I hope I'm wrong on that.
her
Yeah, I
matches
don't
have
think
been her going through the baddies. That's
Yeah.
been her
Well, how
matches.
many wins is Jade at now? Because I know Tony Khan probably wants her to be
something
like
over
Goldberg,
30,
but-
I think.
I don't watch Dark.
I wanna
That's,
say
where, that's where all her matches happen.
Well, they might do a little Goldberg magic where
Yeah,
one week
where-
she comes out and she's at 30, and the next week she comes out and she's at 52. Wait a
Yeah.
minute. What?
Yeah, I'm going with the new. And then you're gonna get the world championship. Is next.
Yeah,
I-
this has the. By the way, this has the easiest pick on this whole scorecard.
Yeah. We all know this is going to go to
Yes.
CM Punk.
No, I'm not talking
the
about
last
that.
part of it.
The last part of it is the easiest thing in
Okay.
this entire
Yeah.
scorecard.
Yes. We all know that's going to happen.
Potentially any scorecard that
Potentially,
we've
this
ever
could
done.
happen before the match starts.
Goldberg just like hitting his
Yeah.
head off the
Mhm.
door. Yeah.
So go ahead, Kelly.
Yeah. So I don't know how I got this because this should be the main event. But anyways, this is
But
the way.
sometimes they don't put them in the right order.
Yeah.
It's like there's so many matches on this
I'll
card
be-
that it went around the curvature of the earth
Right.
and came back.
It's a,
I'll be
there's two
honest,
main
too.
events.
I'm not filling any of this out until maybe Saturday when I could sit down and actually sit and logically process some of it. But right now, as I'm going, definitely, I think Punk is winning this. There's no way he's walking out of Chicago a loser. Fall type, I think he's going to get a pin. Match over 20 minutes. Yes, I think this is going over 20.
Well, even as champion, he could still walk out a loser. Just him
What?
being lame.
Yeah, like the
Like
build
as
up,
a
like
person.
the build up to this card,
Yeah.
the build up to this match.
Well, Tony TK did say that he tried something different, and I understand. I
No.
wasn't a big fan of this.
TK got bullied by his roster, and one guy said,
Well,
"I'll win in my home."
that's what you hear. You don't know that
John-
for sure.
See, the
It's been
rumor is it was
reported-
It's a
Moxley
rumor.
that pushed-
Moxley went and said, "I want to win in my hometown, and I'll
Yeah.
drop it back to him in his hometown."
well,
And TK
Well,
said,
he tried
first of all,
"Okay."
Moxley's not from Cleveland.
At the state, though.
Yeah.
state,
Yeah.
yes, but he's from Piccadilly. What is it?
He's from the Cincinnati area.
Since
Listen, if
Which
I'm
is-
built from fucking Frackville, Pennsylvania, and there's a thing in Philly. Guess where my hometown
Well, this would be more. This would be more like.
It all depends. Like
This would be
sometimes-
more like if the show was in Erie. You're like, that's my hometown.
Yeah,
Erie.
because like if the state becomes a certain size, then you get to the left or right side of the state.
Yeah, because
like,
Cleveland is closer
or up
to
and
the
down.
Pennsylvania side,
Side
and Cincinnati's closer to
to
Kentucky.
I was just gonna say
especially
that.
like Florida, like if you're down in the
All right. Well,
Keys
he
or-
wanted to win in his state. And
It
then
would
he's
be
gonna give
like
back
it
to
would be
him
like
in his
if I was
That's
like
a rumor.
it'd be like if I was like I need to win this in my hometown of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it would be like.
Which would be very
No, I hate Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
No, this
I was
goes-
just gonna
yeah.
say that
This
would be
goes back
so
to the,
anti-Brian.
to the MJF argument of Buffalo being a different country.
The
at
one
that
reason
point.
I'm Brett over Sean is he said one of the truest things ever. If you're gonna stick an enema in the United States of America, the hose will go in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
That's funny. Just because I'm on the same side as Brian, I don't like any Pittsburgh teams at all.
The Pirates are okay.
I've never been. To
No, they're not. They're the worst. Like arguably the
I
worst
didn't say the
franchise.
Mets, Austin.
No, they are the worst. No, I'm going on a tangent.
he
They
just
are the
said-
worst franchise in all of sports history.
He's saying that they're so little of a threat that they don't
Yeah.
offend him.
Nah, dude.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A
Exactly.
commitment to not even mediocrity, but like actually being bad and just making money.
It's baseball. Nobody cares anyway.
That's why my hat is backwards.
America's oldest sport, and nobody cares about it anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, so I do say, it wasn't that bad. After I thought about it, I thought it was something different. So what? Move on now. Move on.
It was
Don't-
awful.
I
It
didn't
was
think it was that
so-
bad. When I thought about it, I thought that promo from CM Punk on Wednesday was, at first I'm like, this sucked. Like I wanted MJF. I wanted something like MJF scarf or something was just in the ring
So
by the
Punk comes
by
down.
the contract. But
Punk comes down crying, hinting at a retirement.
yeah, but it sparked a movement out of that crowd. But yes,
He
he's
could
from
have
Chicago.
just went and put his hands in the air, and they all would have. He could have done anything in that
But
arena,
Right,
and
but
he
he
would.
gave you
Punk. That is the character.
Right.
He is a punk.
Yeah, he looked like a punk.
He gave you the Rocky. He gave you the Rocky feel, is what it is.
Yeah.
That's
He's
why he
never
gave
gonna
you
go
the
for
Rocky.
Rocky.
Jesus,
He-
that was
yeah.
even the thing that what was his name? I
Ace
can't remember.
Steel,
Ace
baby.
Steel. What he said is a Rocky quote. It is from Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, I'm
It
not
doesn't matter how many times you get hit or how many times you fall. It's how many times you get up.
Yeah, so you
That's
get
straight from Rocky.
you get squashed in 4 minutes, and you sell an
3
injury.
minutes.
3 minutes,
Great.
and you sell an injury so bad. But when your buddy comes out and shakes you by the shirt and hands you a piece of paper, your limp goes away, and then you run full sprint into the crowd and I'll sign the pit.
Well, he wasn't limping that.
Yeah,
much.
he didn't have a
No.
limp at all. Which
No, because he did come
The-
out
the
and say
only time
he
he
is
was
still
selling was during the match.
match.
the 3-minute match should never have happened.
No.
It
No,
was,
that-
it was,
that-
it was
that
a
was
dumb
where they
setup
went
into a
bad.
Yeah,
dumb
that's-
promo, and now I don't care about your world
That was
title.
where-
I can't wait till it falls off both of them, and we can move on with this division.
Yeah, to this guy, Bryan Danielson against
Yeah.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah, I don't think Brian Danielson.
No,
is
he's
the next
not, but he
champion,
should.
Unfortunately,
He should be the guy that gets all the world titles.
Yeah.
He should have the J Crown. He should be the super mega ultimate Grand Slam triple double
Galaxy.
ball.
Galaxy. I
Yeah,
love that.
champion of the
AEW
Galaxy.
Galaxy. I love every time that gets poked. It's like, that's funny.
So it's Bryan Danielson against Chris Jericho. Bryan Danielson by submission, 19 minutes, over 2.5 rope breaks, no blood.
I think it'll get him with the psycho knee.
Wait, if this
Yeah.
is going 19 minutes, how long are the other matches going?
If this pay-per-view's going long.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is
gonna
gonna
go
be a
long.
this is gonna be a long show.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think the submission is the key here. I think he makes Jericho tap.
Yeah.
I think there is blood. I think Jericho bleeds.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I think the storyline is gonna be Lion Tamer against LaBelle Locke.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then LaBelle Locke wins it.
Austin,
And if Chris Jericho wins, I'm gonna be as mad as Tony was about CM Punk.
it's so dumb.
I have Power Hobbs house.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs beating Ricky Starks by pin.
Wow.
I have most near falls as Hobbs as well. I think it's going to be Hobbs beating the shit out of Ricky Starks.
I think this
And
is the
Ricky-
David and Goliath.
And Ricky will have that one moment where it's like, oh my God, he's going to do it. Like almost the same pacing of the Bryan and Lesnar match at Survivor Series, where it's Powerhouse's Hobbs ring, because he hasn't had that moment yet.
No.
Ricky Starks had that promo that everyone was like, oh my God, Ricky Starks is the best. He was the FTW champion. Powerhouse Hobbs has not had that. And it's not going to be on the mic. It's going to be in the ring, and it's going to be him killing Ricky Starks.
Yeah, I think AEW has a hard time booking guys that have muscle mass that are tall and strong.
Yeah.
So I don't see
I love
I
both.
don't think they have future plans for Hobbs, so I think Ricky Starks
I think
goes
they have
over.
future plans for
For
both
Hobbs.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I think Starks wins here. Like
Yeah.
Hobbs is dominant, and then flash pin.
Yeah.
Rolls
I
them
can see
up
that.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see where I see this is that Hobbs gets this because he's going to win the rivalry between those two, but then Starks will be the one who goes further.
Could do that, but I don't think this is just the first match.
Yeah. But yeah, Hobbs by pinfall and fight before and after the match. I said no.
I think they fight before.
Yeah, I think it started before the bell rings.
I
they
think
start-
flash pin, and then Hobbs beats him up after. So
Yeah.
I would guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now we got a big one here.
You got the
Oh,
ladder match.
Yeah, casino ladder match. Claudio Castagnoli, who cares if he's the ROH champion, versus Joker, not from CZW, versus Dante Martin, versus Pentagon, versus Andrade, versus Wheeler Yuta, versus Ray Phoenix, versus Roosh. So who's the Joker? I have no idea.
Can we
No,
get
no
guesses?
idea. But so we'll just put in, if you think the Joker's going to win, the winner will be the Joker. I don't know who the hell's going to win here. Whoever they want to push, I would like it to be Claudio, but it's probably going to be, I don't know, probably the Joker. I would think. Who else would win? Do you see anybody else winning? Maybe Andrade.
That's who I have. I have
Yeah.
Andrade winning.
If the Joker is going to be like somebody like I don't even know who. you
If
could
it's
say.
John Morrison, he ain't winning.
I'm
Yeah.
picking my Joker to be MJF.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I'm going with
just
the
because who else could it be that would make an impact? MJF is
Right.
my pick.
Got two. One that I said before the show, and I'm going to say it here now on the show.
Ric Flair.
Woo! Very close. They were in the same stable, and it's the Animal, Dave Batista, maybe as Drax, because
I think
that
George
would be
Steele
so
has.
fun.
I think George Animal Steele has a better shot of being the
The-
Joker, and he's
the-
been dead for years.
the actual one that I had that I completely forgot about.
I think Adina Steele has a better shot of being the Joker.
Someone who has not been on AEW programming in a while. He's just kind of there sometimes and is a champion. Samoa Joe.
Okay.
I forgot Samoa Joe was on the roster.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
and he
Ring
just
of Honor
wrapped.
guy.
He just wrapped up
Oh, I see what they're doing.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. He was doing that. Maybe that's a
Now,
good choice.
here's the
That's-
thing
Well,
to think
Joe's a
about.
good one, yeah.
Tony Khan did say on Busted Open that he kind of hinted at someone coming, or I mean,
But
maybe a
there's
new
no one out
signee
there.
or someone coming, saying that he will now have solidified the best roster in all pro wrestling. I think even without anyone showing up, and this is just my opinion, I think
the roster is pretty good.
AEW has the
Yeah.
best roster in pro wrestling.
It's a matter of how they use it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it comes down to.
So
Yeah, I have MJF as the Joker,
Yeah,
and
I
I
do
think
too.
I think he gets the brass ring or whatever the hell it is, and I think at the end of the night when Punk is celebrating, MJF's music hit and he just kind of shows him the ring, like I'm
He
coming
d-
for you.
Yeah, he doesn't cash in or whatever.
Well, I
however
don't think
that
it's
one
a,
works.
it's not a
It's not a
cash in
cash-in
opportunity.
type thing.
But
Well,
I think
if it is-
I think he shows him like
He
I'm
taunts him.
coming for you.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: if it's a poker chip, it's not MJF. If it's a ring, it is MJF because MJF and rings just make sense.
Yeah.
well, you don't have to carry it with you.
Yeah. But I think he shows up at the end like, yeah, I'm coming for you.
I don't know where they could go anyway with this. What if it's just we're gonna push Wheeler Yuta? Although Wheeler Yuta versus Daniel Garcia next week for the pure title, think he's gonna
Now,
win?
another thing I can see here too is I can see MJF. I don't think he needs someone to be partnered with, but I can see him using somebody on the roster and then using the whole like I have money situation and being like the guy starts walking down and then MJF's music hits and he's like hands him like an envelope like I paid for your spot.
Yeah.
And then he
Yeah.
goes out and wins it and he's like,
Oh,
Khan,
okay.
I'm
Yeah.
your number one contender now. And then they do a whole thing where like pay me
Yeah.
if I win the title, you have to pay me the contract I want. And then that's the whole thing where now he beats Punk, but he's also against the
That's
establishment.
almost like a throwback to Stone Cold and Vince, but it's
Or-
kind
or
of a
even
different
Punk.
way.
He's doing he's essentially doing he's been this whole feud between them two is essentially him becoming CM Punk.
Him calling him out too.
Yeah.
Being like, "Hey, these are all of your flaws. I'm gonna steal them."
I'm just trying to think of people who could be like that guy who was like a big indie name 8 years ago, or like a guy like a Matt Sydal. Or
Yeah.
What if it's Luigi Primo?
It could be.
He gets to the top of the ladder instead of
Spins the
picking it.
pizza.
Yeah, starts spinning the
But I'm
chip on
trying to
his
think like,
hand.
who's like a PWG guy that they could bring in.
there's
like
who that isn't currently under contract or that hasn't been there already? Not many people.
No.
Like,
Andrew Everett.
yeah, is it gonna be Bray? No. Like you said before, Matt Cardona, maybe. I don't know I don't see him winning.
it could be Brian Meyer.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Hey, what if it's Sasha?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of people would be like, they're like people who aren't necessarily bad, but be like, oh, it was them.
Yeah.
I'd like the John Morrison one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah, but it's
super
kinda like,
lame
oh,
duck.
we like John, but we want somebody else.
I just want them to maybe even put some stake into like these stipulation matches where it feels like when people win, it actually they have a higher percentage chance of using it and becoming a top player in the company.
Well, they're doing the opposite then of WWE. A lot of guys.
Yeah, because like if Dante Martin was this, we're like, he ain't winning the title. You know?
And the only other thing I'll say, if it's not MJF, and I was saying off the podcast, but saying last night on the stream, is that I feel if it's not MJF, it has to be someone who's big or like a monster style character.
Jonah.
Because everybody in this match are all essentially, except for Dante, are all in tag teams.
Yeah.
Sid.
It could be. See what happened.
Sid does a big boot from the top of the ladder.
I was scrolling through a list of people who have won the PWG title, and he said Big Monster. Like, and I looked at Jonah. I'm like, ding.
Yeah, if they can, but you would think Triple H would be after him if he's not on a deal with New Japan.
Yeah, I think Triple H really wants him back, which is perfect because I think he'd be great.
I think Triple H was like, I want all my toys back.
If he has a deal with New Japan, that's also the forbidden door that AEW is working with New Japan. So that might be a legit joker there.
How about Top Gun Talwar or Super Dragon
Xavier?
Adam
He's dead.
Bomb.
Adam Bomb.
Wait, what if it's just like Orange Cassidy?
No.
Is he wrestling?
Well, no, he could be. He could be if
they win the trio.
If they beat the Dark Order,
they're not.
They're not beating them.
No.
All right, so I'm up with the women's championship. So Sheeta,
I have a hot take on this one.
Storm, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Jamie Hayter. I'll go with the safe bet here. I think Toni Storm wins by submission, and I think she makes Britt tap out. No, Stormbreaker. She pins.
Yeah,
pins.
it's a pin.
I think she
That's a
pins
pin,
Britt
yeah.
Baker. Not Jamie Hayter. She pins Britt Baker. Interrupted pins. I think there's going to be fucking
I'll
a million.
them, yeah.
I'll just say 11.
Yeah, I was gonna put.
Near falls over and under. I'll say over. I think this is going to be a spam finish. This is going to be one of those like near fall, near fall.
Yeah. I'm tired of the interim stuff. Just give up the belt. If you're injured and you know you're going to be out long, you gotta give up the belt.
I don't think that's a champion call. I think that's been both
That's
Tony
a Tony
Khan.
Khan.
Right, but
Because both champions said I'll forfeit it and come back, and Tony
Right.
Khan said no.
Right.
No,
That's where I say that's wrong from Tony. Like I hate the interim stuff. Like just let it be the champion.
I don't think anyone likes interim stuff.
No.
Seems like general consensus. Nobody likes it.
No. Let's be done with that.
I think Toni Storm will win as well because she was apparently supposed to win and beat.
You know, instead of interim, you know what you just call it? The number one contender.
You could do that. Yeah.
The number one contenders trophy. Yeah.
So what's your hot take here, Brian?
Jamie Hayter pins Britt Baker.
Ooh.
I personally, out of anyone in this match who I want to see be the champion, I want to see a Jamie Hayter run.
Oh, I love that.
The guy in chat there, Steven Chambers, said Jamie Hayter turns face, turns to Britt Baker. I don't know.
I'd love it.
Maybe.
I would love to see it. Hayter is someone in that company who has a huge potential, and I'm a big fan.
She is.
What is the motivation other than like spotlight?
It just seems like there's a little bit of buzz to her now. She's imposing.
She's a legit badass.
She can step out of Britt's shadow a little bit. You can make a star. Toni Storm's already a star.
Have another individual.
Britt's
star.
already a star.
Mhm.
Sheeta is going to be in and out.
Mhm.
You can make a star.
No, that's
and she has a
I
good
like that.
backstory. I mean, she originally came when everything opened up with AEW. She was originally with AEW, then she was let go during the pandemic, and she came back bigger and better than ever. So she would be a good face.
I say
It's a good
Tony
story.
I say Toni Storm wins it here, and I think Britt is like essentially like I'm gonna go like this is why I say Britt takes the fall, and I think Britt's like, well, I'm next, I'm going for it, and then they hold this whole thing where it's almost like she's holding Hayter back, and Hayter's like, you were the one who took the fall. Why are you saying you deserve it? And it causes deception for Hayter then to overstep Britt and go for the title against Toni Storm.
Yeah, you've already kind of done the. It's not an exact copy of MJF Wardlow, but you've already kind of done that cocky leader and the.
If it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
that crowd likes it. They're gonna eat it up.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's like their AEW's crowd is a very easy crowd to get over to if you just play your cards right.
it is.
And that'll win every time. And they can shoot confetti and everything. It'll be great. It's seriously.
Yeah.
They made Wardlow's thing bigger than it was. They threw confetti at him, and
Well, I think
And
a
look
lot.
where Wardlow is now.
yeah, and that worked out great for him because once again, I don't think they know how to book big guys. They're like, oh boy, let's make him a champion,
It depends.
and then we're gonna make him a dominant person who can't lose, and then you're like, oh, fuck. Now he
Back into a corner.
he
Not
has
being
to.
a 6-man tag with the big guy. Oh, the big guy's not that good. Let's take him out. Oh, let's get the Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, I think the match will be.
I'm fine
I think the
with
match
that.
will be
Just-
fun, but
yeah.
it's 3 people who are champions, or two people that should be champions, one that is a champion, and you're not getting them.
Champions that should be doing much bigger things.
Yes.
See, if they weren't in that match, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley would be high on my radar for the Joker.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
fair,
Either
fair.
one of them, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Joker is clearly gonna be Davey Richards. He's just gonna come.
He
down
could
and
be, yeah.
kill everybody.
Eddie has
Davey
much bigger-
Richards.
Yeah,
There it
Davey
is.
Richards.
Oh wait, what if it's Matt Hardy?
I hope not.
Yeah, no, it's like a big stink. Like, and that's the purpose.
What if
there.
it's Jeff?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what his lawsuit or his legal
What if
stuff
it's
is.
Senior Benjamin?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, let's figure out who's gonna win these trio tag teams. So
The Elite.
you at least have you. We're gonna say the card says is it Dark Order or Best Friends? It's
Yeah.
clearly Dark
I
Order.
like how it's the initial, so it's do or boof.
Yeah.
Boof.
what?
Versus the Elite. Does the Dark Order have any shot now with Hangman in their corner?
No, it's the Elite.
2% maybe.
That's what I said. I don't think it
maybe
changes anything.
1%. Yeah, I definitely see Kenny. That's the whole reason these things were invented.
this could indirect. Like, this could be one of the better matches
These
on
are
the
the
card.
Kenny and the Bucks vanity titles.
Yeah. 100%.
This is another thing I probably would have booked a little bit differently if it was me. If it was me, I would have had Osprey and Ozzy. What is it?
Open.
Ozzy
On the
Open.
other side of the bracket.
I-
And this would
yes,
that would have been
this
your
would have been
final.
the
Yeah.
final.
Yeah,
So
that
but
would've
that
been-
that match
out of-
last
out of
night
the
was
States.
out of this world. Good. So, and I actually probably would have had Osprey and Aussie United go over Kenny and the Bucks just to start that feud and really keep it going and going between him and Osprey.
I
Well,
miss.
he's already tweeting saying I'm done with AEW for now. And,
Yeah.
Kenny,
Well,
Kenny's
that
a,
might
for
be
this-
true.
and Kenny's a
definitely.
scumbag, but he's leaving the door open.
They're
We
gonna
are
wrestle.
probably gonna get-
Foreseeable future.
They're wrestling at Wrestle King.
Yeah, they're gonna have a singles match at Wrestle King.
I
yeah.
miss the Kenny that was there before he left, where he was kind of like
The
Triple
douchebag?
H. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
kind of like Triple
He
H.
was like the
megalomaniac.
yeah.
I enjoyed
definitely
that.
could be, yeah.
I don't think it's gone yet.
No.
No, neither do
Well,
I.
now
They're
he-
not baby faces.
He did
yet.
another Triple H move where he was gone with an injury and came back with an extra 25 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
I wonder how that happened.
Yeah, yeah. That's not
Ain't
Pete.
no wellness policy at AEW,
No.
brother.
You don't get muscles like that in physical therapy.
It's an upper body business.
He said it was a little under a year. He said, "I'm gonna take a
You
year."
do get him from a doctor's office, though.
Mhm.
Yeah. Even with the doctor's,
Savorian?
even with the doctor's office, you have to physically go to the gym and be able to lift the weights to get there.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
just put a needle in and they pop up. You got to go
Billy
work out.
Graham said you would lay down and just feel yourself getting bigger.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's not how it works.
Everyone in the chat
unfortunately.
says the elite win it.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
The Elite win this. But Kenny still has the dark beard. The Bucks still have their beard. They're still leaning that they're heels here. And I think
What
this.
is this? The Mirror Universe? You have facial hair, you're a heel?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like South Park.
I think with them, yes. I think part of their heel characters is their look, and I still think they're leaning into it.
Well,
Kenny doesn't turn face for a while.
Kenny was
No.
clean shaven when he wrestled Brian.
Well, Kenny's back.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I
Kenny
think
has many facets. That's why I like him, is because he's many facets. You could look at him one time and he's something totally different.
He's an
like-
anime character.
And he loves
in his
anime.
mind. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
But that's what makes
It
him
used to be
entertaining.
Harpo Marx on the gas. Now it's Nick Dinsmore on the gas.
Yeah.
all right. Your favorite match of the night.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, this will be a good match.
Oh, I
now.
think it's gonna be a really fun.
It's gonna be an amazing.
Everybody in
match
this match is good.
now.
I
Put
just
the,
got-
put the 6-man titles on.
Yeah.
FTR and Wardlow.
Could you imagine?
Or even
Or
lethal,
and the Guns,
yeah,
yeah.
lethal and the
I'm
guns.
fine
Yeah,
with
That'd
that.
be fun.
I'd be fine with that.
That's a great trio.
They
This
should have been
match-
in the tournament.
Like, this match is gonna be fun, but I don't care about it on a
Yes.
pay-per-view.
It's a good match. It would be a great Dynamite main event.
Yep.
Kenny versus Roman. Never.
Yeah.
Gonna happen. Lethal, Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns against Wardlow and FTR.
Wardlow FTR.
Yeah, Wardlow FTR. I have
Mhm.
Wardlow pinning Chris Sabin. Could be Alex Shelley. Gonna soften him up for Facade at PPW 9 next weekend.
Yeah.
Because Alex Shelley gonna get that title shot against Facade. But I think Sabin takes the fall here. 11 aerial moves. The Guns love to fly. It'll be their flips against FTR's fists. I wish we would have just had Wardlow and Lethal. But I mean, they should have lopped a lot of these extra matches off, and you could have done Wardlow against Lethal and the
Yeah.
Guns against FTR.
Yeah, be great.
Would have been amazing. Under 3.5 interrupted pins.
All right, Austin. Tell us why that Malachi Black is not released from the company because he's in a match, and here it is.
And he's gonna win. And he's specifically gonna be the guy who pins Darby Allin.
Neither of the other guys on that team is going to take the fall.
Yeah. Yeah.
And hopefully this is removing Darby from. I'd like to see Miro just start beating the shit out of Darby during the
Mhm.
match. Like, I'm sick of you. You as a team member in this match are hurting our chances of winning by hurting yourself. So Miro just throws on game over.
I think for me anyway, I think I'm going with the baby faces here.
Yeah, me too.
I think this is
Miro submits. buddy.
unfortunately for House of Black.
That's why I picked.
They've
there's-
done nothing.
There's a huge freight train baby face here, and his name is Miro.
Yeah.
Freight train.
Freight Train's gonna.
Freight train.
Maybe he's gonna be the Joker.
Yeah, that Freight Train Jones.
That ring will look great around his smooth belly.
Yeah.
The reason I went with House of Black here, based on the rest of my predictions, I think, is because I wanted a heel,
You wanted
some
a
sort
heel
of
win.
booing during the show to pace the show. But
Christian.
So
yeah,
if you
just
have
one though,
if you have
Hobbs. Or no, I think Stark's gonna win that.
Yeah.
if you have Miro winning this,
yeah,
Miro's team, does he make the fall?
I have Miro
Yes.
submitting Buddy.
And I can also see Brody.
I think it'd be
I'm fine.
visually him fucking making Brody tap
That'd be
would
good.
be crazy.
Or-
Like he conquered the biggest guy in the team.
or he puts like 2 or all 3 of them in it,
I don't think he could get all three
and
of
just
them.
Yeah.
buries all of House of
Maybe
Black.
if Darby was on their team.
Yeah.
unless like Julia Hart comes out during this.
Does Julie
Four of
Hart
them.
does Julie Hart make an
Yeah.
an inference, and then no one else touches me but one woman, and we get CJ.
I don't think
Oh,
Tony Khan wants to give her a job.
No, it
he
doesn't.
gave
we don't
Parker
really need her.
Boudreaux a job.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, the two people that are in relationships that you should probably hire, he's not giving jobs. CJ and fucking Renee Paquette. Like Renee's back
I
doing
think-
backstage with
I think Renee's
I-
interested in being a free agent.
I heard
Yeah,
she had
'cause-
something like she's
she was backstage
signed a
with
contract with
ESPN or something
some-
with at the WWE
She has a
event.
contract with NHL too, which I don't
Yeah,
think
TSN.
she's only coming in once or twice for. It's not an exclusive
Yeah.
deal because she's coming in with the NHL network now, and that is one of her big loves of her life is hockey.
I'm
She
sure if
loves hockey.
she wanted to
so
come to AEW, it would happen.
It would happen if
Yeah,
she
I
wanted it. It would happen.
I think as a backstage
I think she's-
correspondent, she's better than anything they have
I
there.
think she already would have been there.
I think so too. If she wanted to, it would have been there for her.
Now there is stuff that is on this card that's not on the pick'ems. We do have a pre-show match with Hook versus Antonio
Angelo Parker.
and Angelo Parker. Sorry,
Hook wins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hook wins. We have Eddie Kingston versus Ishii.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think Kingston wins.
Yeah, probably.
I didn't even know that
While
match
he's
was
on
on
the
the
stage,
pre-show.
can I please have my match?
Yeah.
Can I just please have my
Ishii
match?
Miro.
I've been wanting for 4 years now.
Dynamite.
And yeah, you know how much time left in that match too, so it has to happen soon.
Yeah.
This is the window right here.
Put it
what
in
you
the
gotta
dome.
do.
Fine. You can do it in the dome. It could be Ishii's retirement match.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
there
just
you
want
go.
the damn match.
Yeah. And the third one is
The title everyone forgot about.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Pac has
Yeah.
for the All
Well,
Atlantic title.
Kip
Yeah.
versus Pac. Which
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a fun
versus the
match.
guy everyone forgot about.
Yeah.
For the AEW Western States Heritage title.
Yeah. For a match that we forgot about.
Kip got bigger too.
Well, it's funny because Kip Sabian, you want to talk about, oh, this is going to be AEW where wins and losses matter. Kip Sabian hasn't wrestled in 2 years. He's getting a title shot.
Yeah. His first match back.
Yeah, it's starting to go out the window, huh?
Yeah. Has he
It's
wrestled
off the
anywhere?
rails a little bit.
Has he wrestled
In-
anywhere in England? Do we
Some-
know? I
some
don't think.
indie
I don't think
show.
he's
I think so.
been.
No. He's been sitting in
anywhere.
the crowd with a box on his head.
Oh,
What
Yeah.
the unknown
What
comic?
a storyline. I heard someone say that's a great storyline. Well, what's the storyline there?
Yeah. Have they ever mentioned it before now?
Yeah.
No.
You see him there, but it's like, what's this goofball with the box on his head? Who's that?
Essentially, he's just been saying he's underused, underrated,
Yeah, now he's got a title shot.
Yeah.
Of course, it's for the Who Cares title, but
and
he's
he'll
got a
probably
title shot.
lose, and then
Of course he will.
you go back to wearing a box on your head. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I should not renew his contract.
He won their first match. AEW's first match was
Mhm.
won by Kip Sabian.
Oh, it's
What
him
was
versus
it?
Sammy Guevara.
Sammy.
and
I was
this
just
is
gonna
what
say.
they've done with
Sammy with his panda head. Well, they made some bad hires when they started. They had to take who they could get a little bit.
I don't think he's a bad hire. I just think you got to use the guy.
Yeah, he's
I mean, he's not.
good enough.
Well,
but-
he got kind of stonewalled there because they were picking up momentum when Havoc was with him. So when
Ugh.
Havoc was, they were picking up Havoc. They were picking up momentum
His
when
biggest
Havoc
momentum
was.
is when they were partnering him with Penelope and then
And
they did-
Miro.
No.
and Miro, and then that.
And that kind of sucked.
I
too.
thought
Yeah.
that sucked. I'd rather the Havoc and stuff. That
The
made a little more
video
sense to
game
me.
match was pretty good when they finally had to blow off
Mhm.
the arcade,
Oh, yeah.
arcade mayhem or anarchy or whatever it's called.
Anarchy in the Arcade, I think, yeah.
He was on TV more with that.
The best
Yeah.
man thing was a little.
But everyone was like, "Get Miro away from this." guy."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
it
didn't
was
want him with
exactly what he
Sabian.
was doing in WWE.
Yeah, that
It was
a-
mirrored. Yeah. Except we were all thinking that he was going to steal Penelope Ford, which would have been hilarious.
That would have been awesome.
But then that's when you run into when you have a couple on screen that's a couple in real life. You know,
Yep.
they don't want to do that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and everybody would know if they would have done it, it would have been just a clear like F you to WWE because that was like the whole
Yeah.
the joke. But all right, anything else with this pay-per-views? We're not going to go over Worlds Collide.
Well, it's only 5 matches. We can run through it like super.
Sure,
quick.
I mean I'm going to be honest, I can't really say much about it. 'Cause
Braun
I
versus
don't
I
know.
can't either.
Tyler
Tyler Bate.
Tyler
Yeah.
Bate for they're going to unify the NXT UK and NXT proper titles. Braun wins that. Braun Breaker, not Braun Strowman.
This
Rex Steiner.
Worlds Collide does not open for another 17.
You don't
Yeah.
think Tyler Bate could win that, and they just immediately call Breaker up?
So when does Worlds
Yeah, I
Collide
think they
air?
could.
before All Out?
Right before All
It'll
Out.
be,
So they're going to run right against.
3,
Okay.
3 p.m.
They're going to run into him.
Well,
I
they're,
Into 'em.
they're coming off of a show.
I thought
in
maybe
the
they would do
UK.
it before Clash at the Castle.
Well, yeah,
as
that's
like
the
an
thing.
opener.
No, like Clash of the Castles at 1 in the afternoon our time.
Oh,
Because
that's right, because
actually
it's in
in
England. Yep.
Yeah, that's Saturday.
Yeah.
And then Sunday.
I forgot
is
about the time
NXT
difference
show.
and that they were in England.
Yeah, Sunday's a whole
Maybe
day.
Tyler Bate could win. I would think
It's
they'd
go-
put
yeah,
on.
it'll be
on
3
Steiner.
3 o'clock on Saturday. Those NXT Takeover shows are usually about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It'll
Mhm.
probably be over by like 5:30. There's not going to be an overrun.
Yeah, you have.
So yeah, we have because I believe it's 5 matches like most takeovers. At least there's 5 announced. We have Mandy Rose, Miko Satomura. Mandy Rose is the NXT Women's Champion. Miko Satomura is the NXT UK Women's Champion. And then Blair Davenport
Mhm.
in a triple threat match to unify the NXT Women's title and the UK
Mandy.
Women's title.
Put it on Blair.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
what I said.
yeah.
Why
Yeah,
else would
perfect
she
choice.
be in that match?
I think Miko's probably gonna go home,
Yeah.
and Mandy
Mandy.
had it for a while.
And Mandy could go back up to the main roster now.
Yeah.
I wonder when Ospreay's contract is up.
Yeah.
You want to make him happy? Put the title on Blair Davenport.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call.
And again, they're coming off of a UK pay-per-view, like a WWE UK pay-per-view. So I feel like one of the two, either Bate or
Is Clash happening in the States or is it happening over?
Clash at the Castle.
I'm sorry. Is
This is in the performance.
World
Center.
Col-
This is in
okay.
the US.
Oh,
That's what I'm
okay.
asking.
but still, you're gonna have a lot of like I would think carryover of people.
They're not going to
saying-
pay to fly all these people out.
No. I'm saying for
Yeah.
people watching the show.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, I don't think people
I
still
see.
care about NXT. Just being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Especially UK.
maybe
NXT.
maybe the UK crowd is.
I think more people watch
What's
Impact
it on
than
anymore?
NXT
Is it on
UK.
Yeah.
what sci-fi?
No, it's on USA.
It's on USA.
Is it?
Tuesdays
I
at
thought
8
it-
p.m.
I
Oh
thought
wait. NXT
UK.
UK or NXT?
UK's on the
NXT.
network.
She said NXT.
no, I'm asking
NXT
NXT
UK
because
is
I
on
don't watch it at
Peacock.
all.
It's on
Yeah.
Peacock.
Well,
And
now
I-
it's dead.
well,
and no
I
one
was gonna,
watches.
yeah, it's on
Oh,
Peacock
then
because
no one
I don't hear
watches.
my dad used to watch it all, so he would tell me about NXT, and I haven't heard him.
No,
talk about it.
NXT is still on TV.
NXT is on USA. NXT UK was on Peacock.
NXT is Tuesday nights.
So
I don't even know what day UK is on.
Who knows?
Mm.
I think it was recorded, and
Yeah.
when it goes up, it's like it just goes up.
Yeah.
I thought they were dropping that now.
They are.
did.
done.
This
It's
is
going
what
to be
this-
NXT
dead.
Europe.
That's
They
what this-
tweeted
Yeah,
out.
I
like,
thought
the
they were
final
I
goodbye.
thought they were dropping NXT, and it was just going to Peacock too. I thought that
No.
was in the works a couple months ago.
No,
They were
you're-
gonna just
USA is okay with the ratings. They're
Yeah.
not like setting the world on fire, but they're doing okay.
Mhm.
And they're doing some. I think this show should help catalyst some things.
And now some of the people who were involved with creative in NXT before, Ryan Katz is coming back. So you do have some of the.
And Brucey said he had no hand in NXT. A lot of people said, "Oh, it was Bruce Pritchard." He said, "I had nothing to do with it."
Yeah.
Mhm. It was somebody else who was probably messing
Yeah.
it up.
But and they are starting to bring down talent that aren't being used on the main roster back to NXT to maybe bolster it.
They've been kind of doing it this last like year or so of NXT 2.0 with Apollo, obviously
Dolph.
with Mandy.
Yeah, Dolph was a champion for a while.
Finn has been up and down more
AJ went there
times.
once, right?
Him and
Yeah.
Grayson Waller.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now you get Dewdrop and
Nikki Ash.
Nikki Ash and then
Hopefully,
Ricochet.
Nikki Cross. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Ricochet's gone.
Well, your women's tag title match here is Katana Chance. When is she getting her name back?
Yeah,
Could she be Casey Catanzaro again? Because Katana Chance is a dumb name.
or Casey Katana.
I like them as tag team champions. I don't see them losing.
Against Nikki
I
Ash
don't-
and Dewdrop.
Yeah, I don't see them.
I don't see them losing.
And then you have
What is the point of Nikki Ash and Dewdrop at that point?
Who knows?
good question.
That's a good question.
Maybe they go down to NXT for a little bit and then come back and they're Piper Vivid and
Yeah, and Nikki Cross.
and
Yeah,
Nikki
Nikki
Cross.
Cross.
Wild Scottish
Yep.
/ European girls.
So then you have a four-way for the unifying the UK tag titles and the NXT tag titles.
I couldn't name one person in this fucking match.
The Creed brothers, the NXT tag team
Okay.
champions. The NXT UK tag team champions, Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs, who are American.
Yep.
Yep.
and they were on
Gallus.
NXT UK.
Yep.
Yeah. Gallus, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang. and Pretty Deadly. Andy, can you name one of the two members of Pretty Deadly, please?
Are they from UK or
Yeah,
from regular
They're from
NXT?
UK.
Are they the
were
guys with
ones
the
that
crop
won-
tops?
Yeah, they won the titles and they lost. them.
Oh, Marcel. No, he's
no, that was Imperium.
yeah.
Marcel Bartel.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the fucking? Were
You'll
they
never
they
get that.
grizzled young veterans?
No,
Nope, that's they're
those are.
Is one
JC.
that tall Eddie guy?
whatever
Eddie Mass.
no,
All right, 3
Doug-
strikes, you're out.
Yeah.
Doug Mastiff. I have no idea.
Elton Prince and Kit Wilson.
Who the fuck?
Yeah.
You could say Kit Prince and Elton
There's
Wilson.
only one kid in our life.
Elton John and Kit Raff, the Pretty Deadly.
Yeah.
You could just take any two guys out of the Indies and put them in that match.
I'd like to see that be a ladder match.
I'd like to see Kit Raff and Elton John in a ladder match.
No, Kit Raff is somebody else managed by Elton John.
Yes.
Kit Raff and Trajan.
There you go.
Managed by Elton John.
Elton John plays them out.
Oh, Elton John and Trajan would be perfect together.
Yeah.
That'd be so good. Oh, now I want that. Damn it.
You know it'll never happen.
I'll take Trajan in almost any situation. Trajan as a referee.
I
was
want
hilarious.
Trajan and Elton John in the buddy comedy.
The flatmates move in with Elton John.
It's like AJ just suddenly replaced by Elton John. He just comes in. Hey, what happened? Oh, you're out.
It's
Go.
like in Roseanne when they replaced that one daughter.
Yeah,
Or,
Oh, you
or
look
what was
different.
it? What was the Charlie Sheen show too?
2.5 Men.
2.5 Men.
I
Yeah,
wish,
they
I
just
wish
got rid of him
more
with Ashton
people
Kutcher.
experienced backstage Trajan
Oh,
like
yeah.
everybody else does.
And have to deal with it.
He literally is just the way he fucks with people at all times.
Mhm.
Like he needs to have a camera crew following him
Constant,
at all
yeah.
times. Yeah, he's so funny.
And then here's your show stealer on this thing.
Potentially weekend stealer.
Carmelo Hayes defending the North American Championship against one of the early North American champions, Ricochet.
Yeah, that might
That'll be
pretty good.
really, really good.
I'm
That's
very
probably
much
one to go
looking
back and
forward.
watch then.
Yeah.
The women's I mean, all the matches. probably
Is
pretty
that the
good.
match, Austin, you're looking forward to most this weekend? Because I know the one I am.
Is that the main event?
No, the main event's going to be Braun Breaker and Tyler Bettino for the title.
There was one match on the WWE card that I
For me, it's Roman and Drew.
yeah,
it's
that
Roman and Drew for me.
that is the like WWE in a nutshell
Mhm.
shell of gladiators battling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be great. However, watching as much Carmelo Hayes as I have, and then like obviously Ricochet, and the way that Ricochet has been portrayed on SmackDown as well, yeah, this match won't miss.
Yeah.
Things are turning around for Ricochet now. Triple H is in charge.
Yeah,
I think NXT can turn into just like, hey, some of these guys that we have on the main roster we don't need. Send them
Yeah.
back down. Let's make any NXT viable again. Maybe
Get a new gimmick or something.
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
change up the gimmick a little bit, or even if you don't, just
Make it what it was before. You can have the young guys you're building up, but make it that boutique promotion where you can throw your Ricochets down there and people who might be a bigger fish in a smaller
Dude,
pond.
yeah.
And someone just asked for their release. It's on the independent scene on the women's side, who I think would be an awesome fit to help as an independent star who knows what she's doing and help that women's division. Lady Frost.
She didn't get a release though.
Oh, they didn't give it to her.
Mm-mm.
But I'm saying there's a lot of people out there right now on the independent scene that you can bring in and be the new NX, and do what you
Yeah.
did with Black and Gold, where
Mhm.
you take the indie darlings and give them an opportunity. There's a lot of people out there. A
But you don't
lot.
have that talent
NXT
scout anymore.
3.0.
Yeah.
It's a mix. Like half of the
That's what they
logo
should do it.
is black and gold, and the other half is the
Color splash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's the black and
Billy
gold
Graham.
busting through the color
Yeah.
logo.
Oh, I like
That's a
that.
lot.
I don't think we'll ever see him on TV, but man, I'd be like, fucking Effie, what do we got to do to get you on TV?
I
I'd
don't know
hire
if
that.
Effie would translate to WWE, even
Yeah.
with Triple H.
He might be a little too much.
Yeah.
I think he'd be perfect. Perfect on TV.
I think Effie is perfect just where he is.
I don't know if you
I
can get
hope
away
he-
with
I hope he can
jerking
find-
off on
Yeah.
well, pretending to jerk off motion.
I hope Effie can find a way to make a lot of money doing what he's doing for his sake, but I think he's right where he should be in
Yeah.
wrestling.
Yeah, he's super entertaining. He could talk very well too, even if he's not in gimmick. He just knows how to. He can tell a story. He's very talented. Andy, what do you got to plug?
I will be at RCW on Saturday. It's in Reading. I should pull it up though.
Who are you wrestling?
I'm in a 4-way. It's like I'm on Team RCW versus Team UWU or UVU. So it's me and then Ray. And he is like,
Mysterio?
yeah, no, it's the Ray. I don't know what's his gimmick name. Oh my god, he has a different gimmick name. So anyway, it's Mr. Law's wrestling there.
Ooh,
So yeah, I'm
you
not
buried
wrestling
the
Mr.
lead.
Law. I'm in a 4-way match. Well, a Survivor Series type match. So yeah, it's a little show. It's in Birdsboro, Pennsylvania. So it's right outside Reading.
Okay.
RCW Regional Championship Wrestling. I will share the flyer then. I forget the name of the building. It's right next to the brand new Boyers in Birdsboro, Pennsylvania.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get some ice
Ooh.
cream and go watch wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, wrestling and supermarkets work well together.
Yeah,
We learned that.
yeah.
We had a really good time last time. Yeah. Austin.
I won't be there for this because I'm heading to Philly this weekend to visit some friends and family. But this Friday is first Friday at the Sanctuary.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I think there's matches announced for that.
I have no idea.
There's going to be some goofiness as well, from what I was seeing
At the sanctuary.
yeah.
No.
A good time at the Sanctuary. So yeah, that's all I got. Really.
Myself and Brian
Maybe.
will be there on commentary. I would guess. Yeah. So and you can tune into that on Sanctuary PA TV on YouTube, and that will go live, and you can watch along and hear us do some commentary. You can also hear me and Brian doing commentary on YouTube right now at Backbreakers Entertainment. Their most recent show is up, and you can watch it.
Mhm.
And me and Brian did some calling there and drank some beer during the.
Yeah.
That was great.
And I know Outbreak just recently uploaded their shows from July at the Fieldhouse. So we did
There you go.
commentary
So
on,
there's you if you want to listen to our voices even more, you can listen to our
and who
commentary
doesn't?
at Backbreakers, Sanctuary, as well as Outbreak Wrestling.
Yeah, I believe the second anniversary quarantine show just got uploaded to YouTube, as did Come Together.
Yeah.
Got uploaded to YouTube, where our own Andy Header vied for the championship of the Earth.
Oh yes, how about that?
Yeah, you did. And it set up
Didn't win.
set up a possible street fight.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah,
possible.
possible.
Not
It's-
possible. It's
It's a
happening.
definite
It has
hammer
been
street
announced.
fight.
Yeah.
Formally announced.
It is.
Clean up some litter.
I love that. I love Leo Sparrow. I bought one of his shirts. I think he's a great character.
No, but then he's got to use it to like stab. Sorry, Andy, but he's got to stab.
Yeah, clean up litter, but there he is throwing spinach everywhere. But I
Yeah.
guess it's biodegradable,
Yeah.
so it's okay.
And if after all that, if you still need to hear me, you got a problem.
The
But-
podcast you really care about.
Yeah, the one I really care about, the mothership daddy. Murder My Dude. This is an on weekend for week for Murder My Dude. There is a show coming out on Netflix in a few weeks called Sins of the Mother, something like that, or Sins of My Mother. It's about this crazy story of this woman named Lori Vallow, who was involved. Her children, two of her children disappeared. She had a husband that died under very suspicious circumstances. She may have thought that people were being possessed by demons.
That'll
She
do
may
it
have
every
thought the
time.
end of the world was coming.
This sounds like a TBI crossover.
She was basically at the head of a doomsday cult.
Ooh.
Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah, and Kane when he was in USWA as Doomsday. But yeah, we're gonna beat Netflix to the punch because theirs comes out like mid-September. Ours comes out at midnight, so in a little less than 3 hours.
There it is. Murder My Dude.
Murder
all-
My Dude. Wherever you're listening to this podcast, if you're listening to the audio version, wherever you find podcasts, Google, Apple, Spotify, the whole 9 yards, look up Murder My Dude, and you'll find us and you'll have a good time.
There it is.
And we talk about murders, but we do it in like a weird, funny way.
Kelly.
I am revamping my photography page. So check out I think it's Cat Snaps on Instagram. I'm starting to upload more scenic pictures and stuff for that. And I'm going to be starting a Facebook page. And it also might have like a sports division soon too. So watch out for that.
Awesome. All right. That'll do it. IWEPnetwork.com. You can follow us, follow all the podcasts. If you want to support, we do have the Patreon or merchandise. If that'll help us out a lot.
Yeah, look at these banners. You got it like one of those, what was it, like an athletic t-shirt?
I got an athletic t-shirt. So if you so me personally, I have a little bit of a belly. So when you buy the extra
Well,
large athletic
That
t-shirt,
sounds like a problem for you.
when you raise your hands in the air and you like your shirt cut a little longer, it's
Uh-huh.
going to be a little shorter. So
Don't like that.
yeah, that makes me super uncomfortable. So I would say if you're going the athletic cut, it's more of a tighter shirt. Maybe go a size up than you're used to.
Okay.
And because it's still going to probably be tight fitting and it might be cut a little longer.
Is
But
it
every
like the dry fit ones? Or?
yeah, it sounds
Yeah,
like an
yeah.
Under Armour dry fit. But
But
the
not-
shirt, the
not
shirt's
tight.
the shirt's cool. But we do have all different types of shirts: 3/4 sleeves, hoodies, the whole nine. I know some of the hoodies for me anyway are a little expensive and it bothers me, but I set it to 10%. I can't make it go any lower.
Yeah.
So if,
Hoodies are expensive no matter where you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
yeah, so if you guys buy any merchandise or anything, please send us a photo of you in it so we can say, cool, thank you,
Mhm.
and all
I mean,
that fun stuff.
Even when you go to hockey games or concerts, I know hockey games, hoodies are like $70 there.
Yeah,
They're
Sometimes
almost
they're
100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because they know because that one kid doesn't pack a jacket and they realize how cold the stadium is, and
Yeah.
they're like, shit, now I'm out $70 for a hoodie.
I remember in Nevada's Closet, they were expensive there.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
And if you do have anything that you do with the Patreon or you just share any of that, let us know. We are trying to save up for some equipment. Anything can help. We do have tips and donations. If you don't want merchandise, you can do that as well. We're not at the point in YouTube yet where you can do like super chats. Hopefully one day. once again, huge thank you to Tantalizing Tony and the Nation, because pretty much everybody in the chat has been from that
That's
show.
cool.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much. It
Yeah.
helps
Ask
us a
about
lot.
Bray. He's coming back soon.
Yeah, that's almost a guarantee. You can see Bray coming back. But yeah, once again, thank you all so much. If you are listening to this on the audio platform, or if you're even still live, reviews help us out. So if you head over to Apple, Spotify, I just reactivated reviews on Facebook. They were turned off with the new updates and stuff. They were turned off for some reason. So now you can leave reviews on Facebook. I fixed it.
Did we have any reviews before?
I don't even know.
Did it?
Be
I was gonna
honest.
say, did it erase what we already had, or?
I don't know. I just turned it on. The only
Which
one's
means
not.
you just got to go back and do it again.
Yeah, so reviews help us out. Like I said, word of mouth has gotten us where we are. Anything truly helps. Thank you all so much for the support. We'll see you next week with
Mind game.
Mind Games, NXT Mind Games, NXT in your house Mind
there
Games.
was
We're gonna make Tony watch a Jim Cornette match.
Ooh.
Yuck! I hope he dies, but I know he's
He kind of
not.
does.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, then I'm excited.
Storyline.
Once again, in your house next week, episode 174, Mind Games. We'll see you then. Until then, do what you do best, and then stay tantalizing, Tony. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys
Love
soon.
yourself in the church.
Yep. Bye-bye.